Communication, Imam Mazloon is here. Call this meeting to order. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Mazloon.
Morning, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most gracious, today we pray for our county judge, Connie Scott, and our county commissioners, Roberto Hernandez, Joe Gonzalez, John Maris, Brent Chesney. Our Lord, open the doors of your mercy upon them and send down your blessings upon them. Keep them humble in fulfilling your commandments, obedient to your authorities, and righteous in their deeds. Our Lord, keep this meeting a source of goodness and blessings. Grant them the best guidance and enable them to do what pleases you. O Lord, guide them and keep them steadfast upon the truth and straight path of guidance. Illuminate their hearts with the light of faith and certainty. Our Lord, keep them honorable and trustworthy leaders in their responsibilities. Keep the interests of our people and our nation in their minds, and help them to fulfill their responsibilities with honesty and justice. Our Lord, keep this land safe and prosperous. Spread your mercy and protection within it, and keep it strong through the belief in you and adherence to your laws. Our Lord, keep them among those who do good to their parents, relatives, neighbors, orphans, the poor, the needy, immigrants, and wayfarers. Our Lord, keep their actions sincerely for your noble countenance, and let their cooperation and communication be for the public good and serving people. Indeed, you are the all-hearing, the all-knowing, and the responsive. You are peace, and from you comes peace, and to you belongs peace. Peace and blessings be upon Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Amen.
Amen. And the pledges. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. You may be seated. Commissioner Gonzalez is out, but the rest of the commissioners and the court is here. It is 9:08 on Wednesday, May 24th at the Nueces County Courthouse. I will certify that a quorum is present. And move on to item D. Do we have any announcements on disclosure or conflicts of interest at this point? There being none, you can always announce later on during the meeting if an item comes up. Move on to item E. In recognition of Jason Green, General Manager of the Richard Borchard Regional Fairgrounds. We're skipping one because she is not here yet. We'll be back to her when she gets here, yes. And do we have that recognition or proclamation, anything? I don't have anything in front of me. We simply wanted to take this time, Jason, we are so appreciative of the work you have done throughout the years over there at the Borchard Fairgrounds. This court is going to miss you deeply. We do appreciate what you have put in place, and we know that good things are going to continue to happen out there, but we thank you for your years of service out there. We thank you for your cooperation with this court, your communication back and forth with us, and are very sad to see you leave. But if you would like to say some things, or if any of the other commissioners would like to comment, I know Commissioner Matos wants to say a few words.
Thank you, Judge. Jason, you will be missed. You are a true advocate for the fairgrounds, for Nueces County, for the Robstown community, and just for all attractions that you can bring. I mean, you have brought some pretty amazing events. Hot air balloon, I think, of one of the more outstanding ones, all the different sporting events that you've brought, different names of acts of musicians and other entertainment, and the facilities have just been run always to the best. Whenever there's been an issue, I've always gone to you, and you've always gotten it resolved. And I know that this is a tricky business to be in because it's a public facility that you have to run. You work for a for-profit company, but you're able to still work with us and reinvest, you as a company, Spectra. And so I thank you for that, for your professionalism, but on a personal level. You know, we've known you for years, known you, back when you're young men now, or we're little, and we're at the JCC where my mom continues to teach at. And so just known you throughout the years, and just you're a great man. And so our community will truly miss having you here. But hopefully when you're tired of those cold New York winters, you'll come back down here to thaw out a little bit. So.
Please come visit anytime.
Jason, I also want to add, I want to thank you for what you've done on your hard work. I know you always strive to have the fairgrounds up, and anything that was needed in repair or needed to be remodeled, you always brought it up to Edward. Between you and Edward have kept up the fairgrounds looking great. So I want to thank you, and I don't know if it's retirement, but enjoy your stay in New York. I know you'll be staying with family, your mom and dad. So thanks again for what you've done. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's really an honor to be here. It's very sad to leave, but I'm going back to my hometown, and actually my parents are here in the audience, and my brother. They're down because in 2 days my youngest son graduates high school at the School of Science and Technology. So luckily I'm able to make the trip down here and moving back home for family reasons and other family members as well back there. So it's sad, but it's happy at the same time. So kind of a lot of mixed emotions. You know, it's tough. You know, but I have a great team that I've always worked with at the fairgrounds. So I got a great team of people. You're in really good hands. And thank you all, too, for everything. Over the years, worked with a few different administrations, and they've all been wonderful. So thank you so much for all the kind words. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I love the fairgrounds. A lot of people have said it's a special, magical place. And I was thinking this morning, since I've been there, we've had well over 2,000 events and over 2 million people visit the fairgrounds in my tenure there. So that's big numbers. And you know, very proud of what we do, but the fairgrounds and Nueces County definitely will be missed. But hopefully we'll be putting my kids and I, because this is home for them. They grew up here, so hopefully we'll make it back to visit. Absolutely, hopefully.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate all you've done for us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
I think Edward wants to say something on his behalf real quick. He asked if he could speak.
So Judge, Commissioners, this man has been a partner. So through thick and thin, through hurricane, through freeze, this man was there with us. So you can't have anything better.
We agree. We agree. Could you-
Congratulations to your family, Jason, and to your son for graduating.
Can we get a photo with you before you leave and give you this, please? Yes.
Bring your- if you wanna
For
bring
your
your
family, if
family
they
up,
would like to
sure.
come, we would love for them to be a part of it.
Sorry. One day we'll get a group text.
We'll get one in
And then we give it back, yeah, we give it back until we get signature, and then that's it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I'll send this to your phone. Is she here? She's not, so we'll move it. So I'll table it, or do we need to table it? Yeah? Okay. Thank you again. On item E1, Margaret Sires, she is not going to be able to be here today, so we're going to move that to the next meeting. A motion to table it to the June 7th, I think. Do I get a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. On item F, adopt the resolutions in recognition of Port Aransas Tennis State Championship. And I believe you're going to read that for us.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Sandra.
Okay, Commissioners, Judge, Commissioners Court Resolution recognizing Port Aransas State Tennis Champion, whereas Ms. Carolina Williams won the Class 2A Regional for Girls Singles title in Corpus Christi in April. Williams won the finals easily, 6-1, 6-0, said Coach Demon. Williams won the state tournament held in San Antonio with a 2.5-hour match in the finals to take the first state tennis championship for Port Aransas High School since 2000, and the first girls single state championship since 1984. Whereas Williams had an undefeated tennis season, winning all 6 tournaments with a 22-0 record. The state title match was the last of her high school career. But tennis is not over for Williams. Williams will be attending the University of Texas in Tyler with a scholarship to continue her tennis career. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, hereby recognizes Carolina Williams on her outstanding accomplishments, state championship achievement, and wishes her the best in her future endeavors. Duly adopted by vote of the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, Texas, on this 24th day of May, 2023.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much, Sandra, for reading that, and congrats. I think Brent wants to talk about this.
Thanks, Judge. I wanted her to come up and say a few words too. We'll get some pictures, and what a great accomplishment. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. That's amazing. You know, anytime you win a state championship in Texas at any level, it's an amazing accomplishment considering all the great athletes we have in Texas. I will always believe that Texas is the best athletic state in the union. It's pretty much the best state, period. But for athletics, I think it would be really hard to argue. So congratulations. This is an outstanding achievement. Way to cap off your year. It's kind of hard to believe we had 2 state tennis champions this year. I don't know that we've had any in a long, long time anywhere, and to have 2 and We're going to recognize him later too, but this is all about you, and we're really happy for you and your family, and it's great to see you're going on to play at the next level. That's a cool accomplishment. It's a job at that next level. It's not quite as much fun as high school tennis, but it is definitely an amazing achievement that you should be very proud of, and want to let you have an opportunity to say whatever you'd like to say today as well, but this is about you, and we really applaud your efforts. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
The community support's been great because, like, coming back from the tournament, we had like me and Coach both had a police escort from the Texan all the way down to the school.
Can you speak into the microphone a little bit so
Yeah.
they can?
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull it up just a little
Pull
bit.
it up a little bit.
Yeah,
so
there you
it's-
go.
Yes, there.
Okay. Yeah, so we had a police escort coming back from the tournament from San Antonio straight until we got into town, and they escorted us back to the school, and there was like a whole sign like waiting for us, and it was really crazy with like the superintendent came, the principal came, Coach Diamond, Coach our athletic director, so it was kind of crazy how the whole like administrative comes to support you and everything. And like this being recognized at a county commissioner's court is really cool, and they all do that for like one person, which I think is crazy. Like,
It is well deserved.
thank you. Yeah, I want to thank Coach Diamond because he's been there with me through the whole time, and he actually coached my mom too, and he's been in our family for a while, and I want to thank him especially for driving me all the way up there and all the way back. San Antonio, 2.5 hour drive. But I just want to thank everybody for welcoming me here and giving me all the support, and it's been a really fun ride.
Excellent. And, you know, getting a police escort can be bad or good. This was a
Yeah.
good one, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a good
it was a
police
good
escort,
one.
right? I've seen some police escorts you don't want to be a part of, so
Yeah.
that's very
No,
cool.
it was a good one.
That was a really good one. Well, congratulations.
point.
Thank
Super-
you.
Super happy and proud for you. Love to get a picture with
photo
you and your
with
family
all
and your
of us,
coach,
yes.
and but congratulations again. It's quite an honor.
Thank you.
Down here. Check up.
Whatever you want to do. Sure. All right, y'all want to come up and just get a picture over you? Come on up. Got it? Or you want me to-
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah. For like 50 keys. There's Sanders asked all the proceeds go.
The next one, is it signed? Okay. Item F2, in recognition of the London State Tennis Champion. And Sandra's going to read that one as well. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioners Court Resolution recognizing London State Tennis Champion. Whereas Mr. Amos Buchanan is the 3A Boys State Tennis Champion of 2023. Buchanan has won the regional tennis tournament for 3 years in a row and had state tournament appearances for 3 years in a row. Whereas Buchanan won all 3 of his matches in straight sets. Buchanan is the first London boys player to win a state championship since 2017. Buchanan defeated his opponent 6-2, 6-0 in the final match at the state tournament. Buchanan is a senior at London ISD and will be continuing his tennis career at the collegiate level at Mary Hardin Baylor upon graduation. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, hereby recognizes Amos Buchanan on his outstanding accomplishments, state championship, and wishes him the best in his future endeavors. Duly adopted by vote of the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, Texas, on this, the 24th day of May, 2023.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Is there anyone here from the London School? Did you say they
No,
weren't
Judge,
going to
we're
be
going
here?
to try to get that to him somewhere before the end of the week, and we'll get that recognized. But again, a great accomplishment for Ames and his family. This was their 3rd year, I think, in the finals, or in the semis or in the finals, and was able to pull it out this year. And so that's a great achievement, just as it was for Ms. Williams, it is for the Buchanan family as well. State championship's pretty amazing. So I want to congratulate Ames and his family for their success as well. Thank
Yes, absolutely. Then moving on to item F3, in recognition of the week of May 21st being Search and Rescue Week.
Okay. Commissioners Court proclamation in recognition of Search and Rescue Week. Whereas in 2022, there were 47,670 missing persons reports in Texas, with 12,842 of them being adults and 34,828 of those children. Whereas communities across Nueces County and the state of Texas are impacted by missing persons, loved ones, and deceased family members due to criminal activity, mental health problems, medical issues, or natural causes. And whereas search and rescue resources bring closure and aid in the reunification of families, and whereas search and rescue professionals perform flood and swift water rescues and evacuations, technical rescues, locate missing children and endangered adults, and other meet their community emergency needs. And now therefore be it resolved that the Commissioners Court of Nueces County proclaim the week of May 21st as Search and Rescue Week, and offers its thanks to all of the first responders agencies and search and rescue agencies that support and work tirelessly on finding those who are lost and bringing closure to the families of the missing. So duly adopted by vote of the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, Texas, on this 24th day of May, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. And I know we have some people here that wish to speak on this very important resolution, so. Mr. McComb, good to see you.
Good to see you, Jessica.
Yes.
I'm here with Terry and Tim. My name is Jonathan McComb, and I'm part of the search and rescue group here at Texar. And as you know, this morning, 8 years ago, I was in a river having a good time with my family, and as 8 years tomorrow, I was in a hospital, busted up, and knowing that my family was lost. And so I had no clue who these guys were behind me, Texar, and but I got to know them very well, and I jumped in when I was able to, about a year later, to volunteer to help other families that could go through as they did myself. And so we want to thank the Commissioners Court, all law enforcement, and all those volunteers that put service above self to go help families in need. And so that's what it's about this week across the counties in Texas, and just recognizing those that volunteer and give their time and efforts and energies to help those in need. So thank you all very much for that, and all law enforcement and other search and rescue guys. Thank you all.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else?
You don't want to.
Kind of hard to
I like
follow.
to talk
Kind of
to
hard to follow you, Jonathan. Sorry. That's, we all just, yeah. Anyway, we appreciate y'all being here, and There's still just so many people that pray for your families and the Carries and the Charbas, and that was an amazing process to be a part of, not one that I would ever want to be a part of again, but we are so appreciative of what this organization does, and I know you are more than ever, so more than any, but we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate everything that this organization represents. We truly do.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, all of you and all of the volunteers, everyone that continue to do this day in and day out. And we know it's not if, it's when, and
Right.
it will happen again. And we're very thankful for your hearts and your involvement in this kind of stuff. Yes.
Right, and so we go through all the same training and classes and everything to be certified and qualified and called out. You know, we don't just go jump in there, you know, because we want to. We get called out by agencies as a helping hand to them. So, you know, if you ever need it here, let us know.
Thank you very much.
We do have something for you, but unfortunately Commissioner Gonzalez is not here, and I know he would want to have his signature on there, so we will get that to you and your organization.
Sure.
As soon as he recuperates a little bit better and is able to come in and do that.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do y'all want a
You want to get a
photo?
picture
We're
real
happy
quick?
to do a photo.
Yeah.
It's like, we hate to just say, come do a photo. We want, it's like, we're happy.
Yes.
Moving so good, we can get you up and down now. That knee's better, right?
We can, yeah, we'll use it for the photo.
Good, we're headed back up there. Check up today. Thank you all very much. Thank you all. I will. Thank you all. Very much. Yeah, so I got cut out last week and leave today to go back up for another check tomorrow morning. But we're good. I know. Had no other ones, check us out like a week every day. Little bit. Yeah. Keep that prayer. Yeah, I think.
Moving on, item F4, in recognition of National Stop the Bleed Day, May 25th, 2023.
Commissioners Court Resolution in recognition of National Stop the Bleed Day, May 25, 2023. Whereas when a person is losing blood, every minute counts, and the Stop the Bleed campaign is working to inform the general public about vital measures to aid trauma victims. And whereas because a trauma victim can bleed to death within 5 minutes before professional emergency care arrives, this program teaches citizens bleeding control methods developed by the military and first responders to help bystanders offer swift assistance at the scene of a mass casualty or other incidents. And whereas bleedingcontrol.org, an initiative of the American College of Surgeons and the Hartford Consensus, along with private and nonprofit partners, can help prepare citizens in the event that they are witnesses to one of these unspeakable events. And whereas the Coastal Bend Regional Advisory Council is partnered with bleedingcontrol.org to teach the Stop the Bleed training to the citizens of Nueces County, offering free training to members of the public. And now therefore be it resolved that the Commissioners Court of Nueces County hereby recognizes Stop the Bleed Day on May 25th, 2023 in Nueces County, and encourages the citizens of Nueces County to get trained, be ready, and be empowered to save lives in situations when time is of the absolute essence. So duly adopted by vote of the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, Texas, on this 24th day of May, 2023.
Thank you, Sam.
So move.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign.
Excuse me.
The motion passes, and this is such an important, I know with our new CPR training that they are even training for that downstairs with our classes that we've been doing. You never know till you need it, but it is a great training that is required in everything that you guys do. So we have some people here that would like to speak, so that's okay.
Karen Beard with Driscoll Children's Hospital, but also I'm on the board with the Coastal Bend Regional Advisory Council. And we are happy to bring this program to the region. As she said in the proclamation, a first responder cannot enter a building until the law enforcement say it's safe. And this allows regular, non-medical people to help literally save a life. So this is a wonderful training. We have a doctor here to also speak to it.
I'm not going to reiterate everything, but I'm Dr. John Adamski. I'm actually from New York, where he was from. Came here
Okay.
about a year and a half ago to rebuild the shoreline program. And like Jonathan, I actually was a patient before I was a surgeon. And the thing that is important is you could have the best trauma center, and we have two in town and one within 90 minutes. You could have the fastest surgeons. Unfortunately, you do bleed out in less than 5 minutes. The military, thankfully, have partnered, and we've learned since 2012 that bleeding control saves lives. Problem is if nobody's there to deliver that care, patients still die. And now what we've learned is it's helped, not only in shootings as close to home as 90 miles away. So the fact that the court recognizes this today is important, not just for my profession, but actually for our community. Really, the citizens here have a bigger part in the care of their community than they actually know. So the more publicity and the more that we can bring to this, I think the better we are as a whole.
Absolutely. At our recent hurricane conference, they had the Stop the Bleed training, and I took that and got the certificate. So I'm very proud of the opportunities that we're giving everyday citizens such as myself if something were to happen anywhere you are.
Just as a side
That's
note,
a great thing to know.
We as a local Nueces County have taught more courses than the majority of counties in the state of Texas.
Oh, wow, that is good to know. We're very happy about that. We have a proclamation also for you, but as with the other one, Commissioner Gonzalez is not here, and we will be sending it to you, but we cannot thank you enough for what you both do and for the training you provide here in our community and the help that we know it's going to save someone's life in the future and everything else. So thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for what you do. And would y'all like to take a photo with us, or we have a proclamation we can hold up, but we'll give it to you later.
And it's okay to say no if you don't want to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like kind of pressure. Do you want to do this? No.
I know, we asked people when they wanted to, so I didn't know. I said,
It's kind of like,
take a picture with
you. Thank you for being here. Love the jacket and the purple.
Good job. It was a big group to train. We had fun. It was a lot. It was a lot.
I'm tall. I can stand behind. I had to move over. No, you're good. I found a slot.
you all.
Thank you all. Thank you.
We will get it.
Good job, Commissioner Hernandez. Way to go.
And then item F5, in recognition of Disabled American Veterans Memorial Day, May 29th, 2023.
Commissioners Court Proclamation in recognition of Disabled American Veterans Memorial Day 2023. Whereas on this Memorial Day, we remember those who gave life and limb in the World Wars, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, and the many military conflicts that engaged our troops and naval forces during these past decades. And whereas we remember those who defended this great land of ours, those who lived through the horror of war, those who came back sick and injured, and those who took their last breath in battle. And whereas our disabled American veterans surely gave up the ease and security of civilian life, leaving farm and factory, home and classroom to defend the United States freedoms we enjoy every day. And whereas on this Memorial Day, we remember and honor all our veterans, and we especially recognize those giving limb and injury as a sacrifice of our freedom. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commissioners Court of Nueces County that on this Memorial Day, May 29, 2023, the court honors our disabled American veterans and urges all citizens of Nueces County to offer gratitude for the many sacrifices our veterans for the freedom provided to every citizen of Nueces County. Now duly adopted by vote of the Commissioners Court of Nueces County, Texas, on this, the 24th day of May, 2023. Thank you.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes, and we are eternally grateful for our veterans, and especially our disabled veterans and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. As a wife of a Vietnam veteran, I'm very thankful that ours turned out differently, but we are so appreciative of the service of our military men and women who take this risk every day. Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. On behalf of the veterans of our community, we thank you for taking the time to honor and remember all veterans who have sacrificed their lives in service to our great country. When the proclamation becomes available, I'll make sure that the disabled American veterans receive it in honor of Memorial Day. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Moving on to item G, public comment. Do we have? First up is Sue Morrison. If you will state your name and address too as well.
Good morning. My name is Sue Morrison, 1833 Michelin Drive. I also work across the hall in the auditor's office. Most of you have probably seen me a few times before in here, but, and you may know, I'm a big supporter of March of Dimes. And I just wanted to invite you all to an event tonight, or this afternoon if you happen to be in the neighborhood for lunch, at the Peter Piper Pizza on Saratoga from 11 to 9. When you go and you place your order, if you mention March of Dimes, I will get 15% of the sale for March of Dimes for my fundraising. And March of Dimes does a lot both for before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and helping moms and families after babies are born. My big promotion usually is prematurity, but like I said, they're advocates through the whole process. And like I said, I just want to invite each of you to come join us tonight. I'm going to show up there about 6 o'clock, but like I said, it's happening from 11 till 9, and you just mentioned March of Dimes at the register when you place your order.
Thank you, Sue.
I have flyers for everybody if you want one, and you can share it with your family and friends.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Michael Ritgers.
Good morning.
If you'll state your name and address, please.
Yes, my name is Michael Ritgers. I live at 5918 South Oso Parkway here in Corpus Christi. I'm a citizen of Nueces County, and it has come to my attention that this court is considering the approval of a certificate of obligation proposed by the Nueces County Hospital District. Certificates of Obligation Act of 1971 was never intended to be an unlimited credit card for counties to finance anything that they wanted to do without voter approval. The act was designed to give counties some flexibility to finance emergency repairs and such to infrastructure and public utilities, and to make repairs caused by calamities such as a major storm. They were not designed to fund the building of a $45 million project within the Nueces County Hospital District without voter approval. COs are for items that cannot wait for an election to seek voter approval. A $45 million hospital project can wait for voters to decide on it. $45 million, when you tack on 4.58% interest for 40 years, becomes over $85 million. There's absolutely no excuse for heaping debt onto the backs of taxpayers for a project that they didn't get a vote on. This practice has come to the attention of the state legislature. Legislation has been put forward which will significantly curb your ability to spend taxpayer money without voter input. That measure, if passed, would limit how municipalities, counties, and hospital districts must use certificates of obligation, since those entities are taking advantage of taxpayers by not giving them a vote on projects. I noticed that the Nueces County has listed HB 1489 and Senate Bill 2490 as primary watch items. I also noticed that they oppose those measures. The bill may not get through the legislature during this session, but I assure you there are many citizens who are just now finding out about this method of financing projects, and they're not happy. As our elected county representatives, you should govern yourselves and use certificates of obligation as they were intended. Thank you.
Thank you. Victoria Holland.
Hello, my name is Victoria Holland. I live at 235 Ohio Avenue, and I'm here to speak to item 5A, the attorney fee proposal for District Attorney Mark Gonzalez's defense. Thank you all for having me here today. I want to first come out and remind everyone that in this case, the fiduciary responsibility of this court is to the people of Nueces County and not to any one particular individual. I also want to put out the great concern that while I did look, I did not see any background included in the actual proposal, the actual amounts requested. So this may be moot. If I'm saying something and it's already addressed within the proposal, forgive me. My concern is simply this. Any lawyer put up for the defense of Mark Gonzalez did so, I assume, under the understanding that he would be acting in the capacity of a public defender. As a public defender, we have to use public funds very wisely, and to the extent that we need to also not favor one side over the other, if I understand it correctly, in this particular case of litigation. Therefore, it is my strong encouragement that when you look at this proposal, you make sure that the hourly rate matches that of County Attorney Jenny Dorsey in her efforts in prosecution. To go over that rate of her particular hourly rate that she would spend on this project would be to unfairly commit county funds and support to one side over the other, sabotaging the prosecution at the expense of the county taxpayer. Now, understandably, I assume that Matt Manning, in his capacity, understands that he is acting as a public defender and has no intention to defraud the citizens of this county of funds that could be better spent elsewhere. So, and without seeing his proposal, I'm not saying that he is, charging exorbitant fees or anything like that. I just want to put it to you, the commissioners, that you keep in mind the fiduciary responsibility you have to the people, and also to make sure, as many people have said before, that fair is fair, and one side isn't sabotaged over the other with an influx of cash. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Victoria. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak on public comment? Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing good. How are y'all doing today?
If you'll state your name and address, we'll add
Dustin.
Dustin.
Y'all ready yet? Oh. Dustin Cronin, 5026 Yorktown Boulevard. Good afternoon, or good morning, actually, Judge Scott and commissioners. Today I'm here to talk about the progress of the autism awareness for autistic individuals. I do have an upcoming meeting with the Bishop Police Department, or presentation, I should say, and I also got one on June the 19th over at the DA's office in front of the narcotics people, and then I'll be speaking at the Board of Judges on the 19th. So I do want to say we are making a lot of progress than I have expected in the county when I first started doing this advocacy, and especially even with my YouTube channel, I'm already up to like 41 subscribers and 1,044 views, 1,144 views, and it was kind of unexpected. I was kind of hoping, since making my YouTube channel in November, I was expecting about maybe 10 subscribers. Now I'm up to 41, and I do want to thank all you commissioners and judge for helping make this, even though there will still be more work to be done, but we are moving, we are making some good progress, and thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much, Dustin.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone else that wishes to speak on public comment? Thank you. Then, moving along, we will move to item H, board appointments. H1, the South Texas Water Authority. And I know this looks old, sorry, but I think it got pushed one time and we overlooked it a couple of meetings, but we did have two people have letters of intent that are already board members that requested to continue. That it came up in March, and we haven't done this before now. There are two individuals that did submit their letters, and they are up for reappointment.
There's no other applicants, correct?
No other
I move
applicants.
reappointment, Judge.
Second.
We have a motion to reappoint the two individuals, and we have a second. Any other discussion?
Judge, just for the record, I'll be abstaining on this.
Yes.
I've already announced previously in previous
Your
meetings, my
influence.
disclosure of conflict on this item.
Yes. All those in favor then say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you very much. Moving on to item 2, consent agenda. Are there any items that any commissioner wishes to pull?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
I'd like to pull item E.
Item E. I would like to pull item F and M.
Judge, I would make a motion to accept the following items in the consent agenda other than E, F, and M.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Commissioner, moving to item E, authorized payment of bills. Your,
I think, I think Juan Pimentel is gonna address that.
He stepped out to make a phone call regarding this item to see if the amount that I believe is being proposed would be acceptable for that bill.
All right.
and I believe Commissioner Gonzalez, who has been reviewing these in detail, has approved this amount. Yes, so I think it's been reviewed, but.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes.
Judge and Commissioners, right now there's some outstanding invoices from LAN. I think the total dollar amount to LAN right now is $55,074.15. There has been some recommendation letters from Public Works on these payouts. But however, Commissioner Gonzalez requested that we only pay up to $47,000. But it's up to the court to determine if they want to pay the whole $55,000 at this time.
What's the purpose of Commissioner Gonzalez wanting?
He had just talked to me at this time or earlier today, saying that he just wanted to pay up to $47,000.
Have you discussed this with LAN?
I did discuss it, as a matter of fact, yes, they want to get paid in full.
Oh, my goodness.
So Commissioner Gonzalez has approved these.
I was under the assumption he approved this amount payment before, but now you're saying that he's only approving up to 45,000 of this?
47,000.
47,000, sorry.
Yes, ma'am. And if you look at the invoices, it's going to be, the last two invoices would probably be the ones that would still be outstanding. So the total amount would be $47,020.52.
And how much is outstanding?
About 6,000, Commissioner, or 6 to 7,000.
60-something?
No, 6 to 7,000. Sorry about that, Commissioner.
So 45,000 is approved and 67,000 is?
No.
47 is approved, 6 to 7,000.
6 to 7, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
So then, if it's okay, I would make a motion to pay the undisputed amount, which totals how much, Juan?
It's $47,020.52. And I can read out the invoices, Commissioner, if you want, or just?
I mean,
Okay.
We probably need them in the record, what invoices are.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sorry about that. It's work authorization number 3, invoice 055. Work authorization number 1, I'm sorry, work authorization number 3, 51. Work authorization number 3, 052R. Work authorization number 3, 53R. And then work authorization number 3, 54. And then work authorization number 1, 58.
then my motion would be to pay the undisputed amounts as articulated by the county Public Works Director on the record.
For the total amount of $47,020.02, did you say? I'm sorry.
It's $47,020.52.
52 cents, yes.
Second.
So,
Number 2, that was 15,000?
How is that ringing? My phone is on
okay,
silent.
do that one? Okay, work authorization. Work authorization number 3, invoice 51.
As well?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Commissioner.
Amend my motion to pass, or to pay the undisputed amounts as articulated and amended by the Public Works Director.
And your second?
Second.
Yes. So we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
No.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners.
And I pulled item F just because the description here says authorize payment of bills, special motions list for Haggerty, because they are only asking us to authorize paying 72,413, not the remaining 112,000 that hasn't been approved. So I wanted to make that clear. It's stated in here. We're only authorizing a payment of 72,413 to Haggerty.
Is that a motion, Judge?
Yes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. On item M, authorize execution of updated Hoopla Digital Media Service Agreement with Midwest Tape LLC for Nueces County Public Libraries. I know this is in consent. It has gone through in the past. I asked Ida the day before yesterday, as I was okay with this as long as there was some parental controls for when you're allowing people access to the internet with children and families. I had 2 phone calls yesterday, and one person individually called me and tell me there is a parental control, but it is on just a toggle at the top of the page that the children can toggle off just as easily. There is no real parental control. I wouldn't mind passing this with the wording in there that there will be some type of parental when you're a public library and you have multi-uses from small ages to larger and having grandchildren and children of my own. I think there has to be some parental control format to it.
So how would we know that those parental controls got put into place?
I
would
don't
be
have a
my
clue.
question.
Maybe we need to table it and bring it back with the, because unless y'all want to go forward.
Judge, good morning. This is Ida. I'm
Oh,
online.
Ida, yes, ma'am. Hello. Yes.
And if you do go online, Judge, on the app, it does have parental controls, and all the parent has to do is, when they log on, and if they want to have a child trying to log in and get a book or get a movie, it does have a specific button that the parent presses, and it'll go to green, and it'll show them that the parent has acknowledged that they are under the control of the parent, and the child will only review items that are accessible to children between the ages of 0 to 15 or 18, whatever the age limit is. So there are parent controls on the app.
I understand there is a parent control, but my question and what was brought to my attention last night is that as the parent just touches it and it turns green, a child could touch it and it would be the same way. There is no age put in there or anything. There's no, while it says parental control, there is no actual control of it. The individual touched it again and it turned off.
Okay, well, we can review, and if you want to table it for the next Commissioners Court, we'll do whatever needs to be done to clarify.
I think this is a great tool, absolutely. I'm not opposed to it, but I think we have to be leery of what we allow for children to just have access to. If it's a parent's decision, not ours, to just open the window and door for anyone. So I would prefer to table this till we see what we can do on something.
Okay.
One quick.
Yes, go ahead.
Either does this impact anything, funding or
No,
any specific dates that you have?
Commissioner.
Okay.
And we've been using Hoopla already for 6 to 7 years. They just resubmitted a clarification, a new renewal contract this year, and they just submitted it, and we just followed through and submitted it to legal for review, but no changes have been done, and we use it every year, and we have the funding to pay for it, so not a problem.
And you can get these concerns addressed within the next 2 weeks?
Before.
Well, whatever the judge needs to have clarified with legal, and we can forward it back to the vendor, and if they agree with the terms, we'll submit it back to Commissioners Court for approval.
Thank you.
Is this a motion
Yes,
to
sir.
table, Judge?
Yes, a motion to table.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor to table and bring back to the June 7th meeting, excuse
Okay.
me, let me be
Thank you,
clear.
Judge.
Yes, I'm sorry, Ida, thank you.
That's okay, no problem,
Yes.
thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you. Moving on to our regular agenda items. Item 3A1, discuss and consider revising the funding source for the interlocal agreement with the city of Robstown related to improvements at DS Park as approved on the March 8th meeting. And I think this is you, Commissioner Matos. Yes.
Yes, Judge, I believe we have all that we need now. Is that correct, Jenny?
I think so.
Yes, with the change in funding source, we're now able to accomplish the goals that the court has set.
So
And that's the capital
spreading-
projects fund,
Capital
so
project
yes,
funds, right, so
yes.
able to meet that, thanks to Jenny and her team for helping point that out, and of course, IDA. Of course, the city of Robstown's ready to move forward. They're already doing work, and so just excited to be a partner with them.
So is that your motion to
Motion to, let's see.
approve the current funds, the
current
capital
funds.
project funds?
Second.
Revising interlocal agreement.
Yes. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. The motion, any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you. 3A2, discuss and consider the authorization of premiums for a one-year policy term for property and casualty insurance per broker of record. And I see you, yes.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Before we get Chase up here, I have some handouts. I sent it to you, the analysis. I sent it electronically this morning. However, I have paper copies here, so I'll be passing those out real quick. I have one for pretty much everyone up here, so if you'll bear with me.
Do you have some in the back for people in the audience that it wasn't in, or we need to have it in the back for anyone who wants it as well? Thank you.
I'll go get those copies.
Go ahead, okay.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's a few handouts in here, but I would draw your attention to the first one, which is this spreadsheet that does show our renewal premiums here. Just as an update to the court, we did meet on May 1st with the insurance committee. We gave them a brief description of what we've been seeing in the market over the first and second quarter of this year, how we thought that would affect the rates for the county. We discussed some options that we would be presenting today, and so we are here today to present those options. There's a lot of numbers on this spreadsheet, so I'm going to try to break this down and make this simple to understand here. If we look at the top left corner of that spreadsheet, you're going to see that our total insured values, TIV, for the 2022 to 2023 period that we currently have was $344 million in values. One of the things that we did discuss in the insurance committee meeting was the need to reevaluate our buildings. So we did engage a service that did provide a new valuation on the county's properties, and that came out to the new values that we're looking at right below there of $387 million. It was roughly about a 12.5% increase on the valuations for replacement costs on the county's properties. When we drop down to the bulk and the meat and the potatoes of this issue, there's three different options that we did discuss bringing to the court for consideration on our property insurance. So just for reference, last year the county purchased $100 million worth of named storm coverage. So again, we've provided an option this year for a $50 million loss limit, a $75 million loss limit, and the $100 million that the county purchased last year. If you look at the premiums associated, so if we were to buy the $100 million that we bought last year, it would be roughly a $1.5 million increase to the county. So it's probably not an option that we're going to consider today that's on the table, and I'll tell you why we feel comfortable with that as well. The $75 million option, again, is still a $1.3 million increase to the county, so again, we're not going to focus on that. Our focus today will be on the $50 million option of coverage. When we talk about loss limits, and we did briefly discuss this last year where we went to the $100 million from the $175 million, the theory behind a loss limit is that in the event of a named storm or hurricane activity, the odds that we're going to have a hurricane come through and total out all $390 million worth of the county's property is slim to none. Yes, there's a good chance that we may have damage to every single property, but again, it's not going to be a total disaster where all $390 million are wiped off the county and we got to rebuild.
Chase, hang on one second.
Yes,
Judge,
sir.
would it be okay if we called item 3 also, since it's kind of related to this with the insurance that we're going to talk about Bob Hall Pier? Could we, so that we don't I don't mess up and intermingle, would it be okay to have 2 and 3 called at the same time? Is that all right? Okay, go ahead, because I got some questions that are gonna relate to this, but the overall picture of this
Yes, sir.
insurance is
Is they both-
really important, so.
They
Yep.
both have to do with the insurance, to
Right.
discuss and consider the insurance findings for the restaurant space.
So that
at
way you
Bob
can
Hall
also
Pier.
just go
So-
right into that also,
Sounds
Chase.
good.
So we're
Okay,
discussing
perfect.
those, yes.
So again, when we look at these loss limits, the general categorization that we look at is we typically, historically have bought between 25 and 40% of what the total insured values would be. In today's market, based on the global losses and the things we're seeing in the market, that scale has slid down where we're seeing public entities and large commercial clients buying lower than the 25%. Just for reference, the other public entities in our area, the city, the school district, they all bought within the 7 to 15% range this year. The other tool that we use are what we refer to these catastrophic risk models. And so these are software systems that the insurance carriers use. They input all your construction data, your building data, the values, the locations, and then that system runs a model of what different weather activities would have from a damage standpoint to the county's properties. There's 2 different ones. There's one called RMS and the other one's called AIR, AIR. Those models, generally the industry, we look at the 250-year event. And the 250-year event on the AIR model says that the county was sustained $19 million of damage, and the 500-year event says that we would sustain $33 million of damage. The RMS is a little bit higher. It does say in the 250-year event that we just sustained about $35 million, and the 500-year event would be $55 million. But I think if we blended those 2 models together, what we would find is we are in that range of that $50 million loss limit that we are recommending purchasing this year. Not only from a cost-effective standpoint, but also due to the modeling and the reports we have, we feel comfortable that we'd be recommending the $50 million rather than going out and spending another $1.5 million to purchase the $100 million that we did last year.
But this is not inclusive of any insurance on Bob Hall Pier or any of our pier structures or
Correct.
anything like that? So
Correct.
in other words, right now, we have some, do we still have some insurance on the Ivy McGee stuff that's, I don't know where the mean high tide line has gone out there right now, but I mean, do we
Yeah.
still have some insurance out there in Port A at least? Or
Yes,
or-
sir. So I believe, Miss, we did put a copy of the schedule in there. So also in here is a copy of your schedule with all the properties and the values that are listed here. So when we talk about the stuff on Padre Island, you know, we have the Padre Bailey Park office, the old bathhouse and new bathhouses. We got the Briscoe King Pavilion, the Briscoe King Storage, Boardwalk, et cetera. When we jump over to Ivy McGee, that's on the next page.
And let me just say, and I think I mentioned this to you too, that Briscoe King is, once that renovation is done, we're way underinsured on that, once
sir.
that's done, so we need to kind of, keep that in mind.
Yeah, once that's completed, then we'll endorse the policy to reflect the proper replacement cost limits.
Okay. Because I think you told me that's got what, 400,000 or 500,000 on Briscoe?
I believe it was Briscoe King Pavilion is on here for 449,000.
Yeah, which is, okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
So just, again, for court's edification, as we look forward on these projects, as we move forward, any of the other projects that we're gonna be adding to, right? I mean, I get coastal stuff's more expensive, but if Commissioner Modas is gonna do something, or Commissioner Hernandez, like Hilltop, we're gonna, fixing to do a huge, increase in value on that project too, so we'd have to anticipate some increases there also.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. So again, back to the spreadsheet with the pricing and the things that we're looking at considering this year. The $50 million option, which is option 3, is really where, I think, where we need to focus, unless somebody says differently. We want to focus on some higher loss limits, but I think that's where the focus needs to be. The AOP, which is our all other peril deductible, remained at $25,000, so that's everything other than wind, hail, flood, earthquake, so fire, lightning, theft, et cetera, would be $25,000. The named storm deductible did move from 2% last year up to 3% this year. Very common in what we're seeing in the market. Everybody's deductibles are going up right now. Still a manageable deductible, I would consider, for the county. Except they are applying a 10% named storm deductible for anything that we have on the barrier islands. So those properties we just mentioned would have a separate 10% named storm deductible on those properties.
Tell me what that means.
So in the event of a hurricane or a tropical storm, our deductible would be 10% of the value of the building at those locations that sustain damage.
Versus?
So the reverse 3%, which is the rest of the county. So anything, if something happened in Robstown, it's 3% for that location, but anything on the barrier island is gonna be 10%.
So-
And it really goes back to, again, what we're talking about, and what we've talked about over the last few weeks, is the way the market has changed, the underwriters' risks and their theory are substantially different than they were 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. They do not want to write stuff that sits on the beach anymore. And so the carrier that we are with right now, one of the carriers, the primary carriers, actually came to us at the renewal and said, hey, we're going to send you a renewal for the county, but we're going to exclude everything on Padre Island. I said, well, that didn't work. You know?
Everything?
Yes.
Even over land?
Yes, sir.
And is that, and that's the one that's not the one we're going with then?
No, we renegotiated. Well, we are, but I renegotiated that. So I said, that's not gonna
Okay.
work. We're gonna replace you. We're pulling you out. We got some other guys over here, and they're willing to do it. So we went back to them, told them that, and they said, okay, fine. We'll do it, but we do need to apply a 10% deductible. The other carrier that would have done it for us that I negotiated against, they were gonna do it at the 3% deductible, but their pricing was substantially higher than the carrier that will do it now at the 10%. So we do have that option if you did want to consider that. But again, knowing that the premium is already going up 36%, I felt it's more advantageous to take the lower premium with the higher deductible at this point.
And so the deductible on the things that are covered, and what you're telling us is that IB McGee and Bob Hall and any facility, anything pertaining there, you've not been able to find coverage for. On everything else, there's a 10% deductible?
Yes.
Meaning Briscoe King or the Padre Valley building?
Correct.
Even though that's on land?
Yes, sir.
That's even more expensive than, say, Hilltop. I keep saying that wrong, sorry,
Yes,
Hilltop. Because that's gonna be 3, and it's gonna be 10 for the ones that are covered. But at this point, what you're saying is there's no coverage for the stuff over the water. Well, not no coverage. You told me it's, last night I heard on the news, up to $850,000 a year.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and jump into that, or do you want to?
Well, I'm not trying, I mean, obviously, I'm asking questions about the
So-
whole thing, but certainly how it pertains to my precinct, like everybody else.
Correct. Yeah, no, I mean, it's great questions.
I'm the most expensive part here, I get it.
I know, I
it's-
mean,
I
that's
get
the way
it.
it's always been if you
Right.
live on the island. I mean, we
it's
have
just more
property on the
expensive.
island and property in the northwest. There's no comparison on what our insurance is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
unfortunately, I mean, there's, yeah, but
I was
now,
like,
don't get
this
me wrong,
isn't
we sure
new
generate a lot of
or
money on that island in
Sure.
Port Aransas, but
Sure. Yeah.
we also generate more risk, I get it.
Correct.
So-
So what we're talking about, option 3 at the $50 million loss limit would not include any coverage for the new ball hall pier facilities, the pier or the restaurants, anything of that nature that we can jump in. And I do have an option that we can talk about here in a second if you.
We'll stay on this, but I just want to be able to kind of mix and mesh and not get in
Yes,
trouble
sir.
with the county attorney, so.
Yep, I got you. Okay, any questions on the property insurance before I move on to the other lines?
So what you're saying here, Chase, is this 50 million option is what you're talking about on the property and windstorm insurance option 3, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're saying that's a decrease?
An increase of
Increase
$610,000.
Oh, it's an increase to the county.
Yes, sir.
That alone, and that's, I'm sorry, you talk sometimes fast and you're really knowledgeable about this, but I have to catch up. So tell me again what we currently have.
You currently carry $100 million.
So we're gonna
So you're-
reduce our coverage by $50 million
Yes, sir.
and increase our, I'm not laughing because it's funny.
No, it's.
I'm laughing because it's
almost comical.
staggering.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna increase our insurance just on things that are insurable, readily insurable, and we're increasing the deductible for those things on the coast by 10%.
That
Or
is
by,
correct.
not, sorry, from 3 to 10.
Yes, sir, that's correct. I'll give you an example. Just so you know what's, this is not isolated in Nueces County by any means.
No, no,
right?
it's all over.
So, Brownsville ISD, they've got about 1.3 billion in total insured values. You've got 390 million, so substantially larger. And they bought $50 million of named storm coverage this year because that's all they could afford. So, yes, it seems drastic saying, hey, we bought 100 last year and now we're only gonna buy 50. Yeah, it's a drastic increase. It's half, right? But at the same time, yours still fits the models. That 50 million on 1.3 billion blows those models out. They're not buying enough coverage. But again, it's all in what's in budget and what the public entity can afford. The city just did the same thing. The school district did the same thing. Everybody's premiums that we've seen in the first and second quarter of this year rate-wise have gone up 25 to 95%.
And when you're talking city of Corpus Christi and
Yes, sir.
CCISD?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
So-
kind of on par,
Well,
but
you're-
eventually this trend is going to, I mean, we can get in some serious trouble. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, just for and again, these are all public entities and
Yeah.
locally, so we can talk about this stuff, right? So, for instance, the city of Corpus Christi, they got about 850 million in values, and they bought 50 million of coverage. So you are at 390, and you're considering buying 50 million. So, CCISD, can't even remember there, but that's a $1.8 billion schedule, and I think they purchased 100 million of coverage.
Okay.
And they had 200 or 400 million the year before. So the market is a disaster. If you can't already figure that out by what we're talking about, it's a complete disaster. I will say, again, like Mr. Chesney pointed out, yes, we're getting less coverage, our premiums are going up. The overall rate increase is about 19.5%, but part of that cost increase, the total cost increase is 34%, but again, 12.5% of that was that we were buying more insurance, and the fact that we raised the values of all our properties 12.5%. So just to maintain the level that we need to be at for the replacement cost due to the inflationary costs of construction materials and labor that we've seen over the last few years.
And this is, I mean, this is not you, this is not Carlisle, this is
the
national.
global market.
Well, global,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. There's another page in there that has all these colored boxes. So that's actually how we build out your placement for that 50 million. So if you'll see, I think there's 13 or 14 different insurance companies on there. Last year we had 17 to buy 100. And if we look at that 100 million option this year, it's probably closer to 30 different insurance companies. Because again, what we're seeing is not only the reduction of capacity, the reduction of the amount of carriers that are available now, but the ones that are actually staying in the market are reducing the amount of insurance that they'll give us. So they may have given us 10% of the placement last year, and this year they're coming saying, hey, we can't give you 10%, we're gonna give you 5%. So that creates a void, and we have to go find new capacity to build that out, and that becomes expensive very quickly.
And, were you done?
You can go, I'm gonna jump back into
No,
some
go
other
ahead.
questions.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I want to kind of focus more on the peer question, because I had some questions on that specifically, and I know it kind of all ties in, but I don't want to get us too far off of this subject. I don't want anyone to misinterpret what's happening here. This is happening for all insurance. When we start talking about the peer, looking at that, I think you indicated we couldn't insure it, or we can to an extent. Remind me on that conversation.
Yeah, so just in reference to the pier and the concessions or restaurant buildings on the pier, so we have approached numerous markets globally. We've gone to Lloyd's of London, we've gone to our marine markets that we insure all the piers and wharves at the Port of Corpus Christi on, to see who is willing to look at this pier. And again, the difference that we look at with this pier versus, the $250 million of docks and piers at the Port of Corpus Christi, those sit in Inner Harbor. This one's on the beach in the Gulf of Mexico that has the wave and surge activity that we're all familiar with, right? So it creates a very big challenge. So to date, we have not found a market that is willing to include it on like our regular property insurance policy, such as this one, or go right as a separate policy just for that facility. What we do have in hand today is what we call a parametric insurance option. And so a parametric policy is completely different than you've ever thought about how you buy your insurance. The theory behind a parametric policy is it is dictated, and we've structured the policy on predetermined parametrics, wind speeds or surge issues, or how we want to do it. But in the instance that I gave, and I wrote Mr. Chesney in his letter, if we were to look at writing a policy on a parametric basis where we structure the policy to trigger coverage payouts at certain wind speeds. So if you look at the chart, it'll say, hey, anything from 0 to 70 miles an hour, there's a 0% payout. After it's 75 miles an hour, it may pay $400,000. And as we get down to the 120 miles an hour, it pays out 100% of whatever limit we buy. So the premiums that I did reference in that letter that I did send to you were based on buying a $5 million limit or a $10 million limit. And I did probably overestimate a little bit on those because I was kind of picking and choosing the Cadillac plan that would pay out sooner on the wind speeds rather than later. Again, I think there's some discussion to be had that, based on the design and what the engineer's saying on the design and what the how it's built and how it's going to withstand winds, maybe we could backtrack a little bit on that and buy a parametric that would trigger at some higher speeds rather than lower speeds, because we feel comfortable with the design and the construction of the new facility. So depending on how we structure that policy, it could be anywhere from, like I said in the letter, 280,000, or we could buy the real Cadillac plan that pays out pretty quickly at $10 million, and that would be upwards of the $800,000 or $850,000.
So wait, go back, oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I just wanted,
I need to
either
understand
you
this
or
parametric.
Tim can answer this question. So on the pier, the previous pier that was destroyed, Bob Hall Pier that was destroyed by Hannah, that was not insured? Was it ever insured at any point, or did it?
The pier was not insured. Correct me if I'm wrong, Timothy, the concession spaces on top.
That was correct, that's correct. The pier itself was not, but the concession stand was insured during Hurricane Hannah. That answers your question. Yes, sir, it was.
For how much?
Was that, I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Do you have any idea?
You know, I can only, off the top of my head, I think I have to look at those numbers, but I want to say the total value was right around about mid $400,000 range.
450.
About 450, but we can look on the historical SOVs, and I can tell you that, give you an exact dollar amount, how much it was insured for. That was in the event of a total loss.
I think that was only part of that building, because then we added that extra part of that building. So I think I think you need to go back and, I think you need to go back and see, because I don't think that's the right number. I don't want to throw
Yes,
numbers
sir.
out there.
I was
think
gonna
we had-
ask,
I think we
was
had more
that
than
building
that.
insured by the county? That part that you're saying that was insured?
It was insured through,
Yes, by the county.
by the county, yes.
I think we had.
So
I
that's a
think we had more.
concession.
Just the concession.
Well, no, you go back, you need to go back
I'm
and
going
look.
back and
Don't-
getting the
You're
exact
throwing
dollar
stuff
amount.
out that I don't think you're right on, so.
Is that something, I mean, are we gonna decide today? I mean, I know Commissioner Gonzalez is not here to weigh in, and I think just looking at this is, I don't know, we're gonna have a full court, or,
I mean,
I'm just asking.
yeah, I don't,
Because if not, hopefully Tim can get that to us in the next few minutes.
I think item 2, we could maybe discuss item 3. You want to wait?
And see, the reason I'll give you a couple of reasons why we were able to buy insurance on it. You know, if you go back 4, 5, 3 years, whatever period you want to pick, and everybody's familiar with this, those structures used to actually be on the sand. The water didn't come underneath the structure very often. Of course, in storms it would. But due to the beach erosion, I guess, now you drive by, you see that water's sitting out in the water now, that building. And so, and again, underwriters in this market are honing in on these types of things. Whereas 5, 7 years ago, when the market was soft and everybody was making a bunch of money, there weren't storms and stuff like that, they weren't looking at these types of things. So they saw these 2 buildings and saw, the address, and it was on Padre Bailey Park or whatever, not probably even knowing that it was sitting on a pier that's extended into the Gulf of Mexico. But nowadays, they are looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb.
so I need to understand this parametric thing again.
Yes, sir.
So what you're saying is, if the payout is between 0 and 70 miles an hour, that's gonna be more the Cadillac, right? Because the 120 doesn't get, we don't, knock on wood, we don't get the 120 as easily. The 70 comes around pretty quick. So you're saying there's a way to do it to where if you say 0 to 150 miles an hour, let's say, because that's a Cat 5 probably, right? 150, I think is, I don't know.
I believe so, yeah.
I think that's in the Cat 5 range. So let's say it's 0 to 150. If you insure from 0 to 70, it's less premium, or it's based on you still go to 150, but it's based on the trigger? Can you explain that again?
Yes, so it's gonna cost more money if the policy triggers at a lower wind speed.
Right.
First of all, nobody would write it from 0 to 70 because the wind blows on a constant basis 35 miles an hour here, right? And there's no really questions asked. If that anemometer marks that it hit that speed and you go over the line and says if the payout there is 450,000, whether you sustain damage or not, that policy is gonna trigger that payout and pay it to the county.
Bless you.
So, we couldn't find anybody right from 0 to 70, right? So it probably started at 70 mile an hour wind and go up to the 150 mile an hour wind or the 130, whatever we picked. And the way it's priced is depending on how much we want to pay out at the lower speeds versus the higher speeds is gonna cost more. Because the odds of us hitting a 70 mile an hour wind are higher than us hitting a 150 mile an hour wind, right?
Right.
So if we wanted to reduce the cost, we would structure it where it would 70 miles an hour.
70 or less.
70 or less.
Right.
And then it would trickle down and pay out more as we got to those higher wind speeds, because the odds of hitting those higher wind speeds are less for the carrier to pay out, so the premium's less.
And so do you have someone currently that's even willing to do this parametric?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so what has the and let me just say, I appreciate your effort here, because I know I bugged the heck out of you saying, please find me some insurance so that I have some options so that we can potentially build this thing. And I know you have turned over every stone. You've talked to everybody I've sent you to, and
Yes, sir.
and then 10 times more, because I wouldn't have known anything about parametric. So I appreciate your efforts on this. And I also want to say too, and I say this every year for a reason, when the county switched to an insurance consultant, we pay Carlisle a fee to get us the best deal, and they're not getting any commissions off what they sell. And I think that's real important for the public to know, and that's why we made, as a court several years ago, I think, a very prudent business decision to not pay commissions to people who bring us stuff, because could be, not saying there was, but there could be the likelihood of you want to sell more, you sell more. Whereas we pay you a fee and you come up with the best deal and you don't get any commissions off this, and that's important.
Correct.
So on this parametric stuff, and so thank you for at least giving the court an option to contemplate. And so, John, to me, it may be we need to hear what these numbers are and kind of digest, because it's going to be a heck of a challenging budget year, and I don't know how we vote on anything right now that's got substantial increases, other than I know, we have to have insurance, right? So tell us about the carrier you found on this parametric, and what the specific triggers are, and how much, so that the court can go back and kind of think about this and figure out where to go with it.
Again, it's kind of hard to answer that question, because it depends on how we want to structure that policy. They're very customizable policies. So again, the estimates I gave you were for between 285 and 800, 850. Someone throw out $850,000 number, depending on how we structure the policy. So again, it goes back to the first question: do we want $5 million of coverage, or do we want $10 million, or do we want $7.5 million, or do we want $12 million? I don't know how to answer that, but you tell me we want $5 million. I can tell you right now that based on the $5 million, if we were to pick the policy that would not trigger out until the higher wind speeds, you're looking at about $270,000, $280,000. If we wanted the $10 million that triggers at lower wind speeds, now we're up there at that $800,000 premium.
Well, so let's talk about that number, because on the concession side, like we've got the space that was a restaurant, and then we've got the pier design that has a concession stand in it that's not the restaurant space. It's for bait and all that stuff. I guess that also would be in the same proximity, so we'd want coverage there if we could get it, because that's part of the pier, but it's...
Yeah, so the neat part about the parametric is it's not specific to a certain property. So we're saying, hey, here's the location, the GPS location of where we want our wind speed to trigger, but let's say we have 120 mile an hour winds that come through that sustain no damage to the pier, no damage to the restaurant or concessions, but the Briscoe King Pavilion's blown over, and now we need money on that because we didn't buy enough insurance on this policy.
So you're
that
saying
policy pays out the $5 million because we hit our trigger on our wind speed. We can take that $5 million and use it at Briscoe King Pavilion, wherever we need to use it. It's not specific to this structure.
Does it include the pier?
It could include the pier.
Wait, okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So
it's not specific to the restaurant or the concession or the pier or Briscoe King Pavilion. All we're saying is we want a $5 million limit that triggers out at these wind speeds at that general location. So if the wind hits 100 miles an hour in that vicinity, wherever that anometer is that we structure the policy on, and it hits that speed, it's going to pay the county. And the other neat part about it is there's no adjuster involved. So
yeah, we like that.
We don't have somebody come down and say, hey, well,
can we do
we don't really
parametric on everything? Can we just switch to parametric on everything?
Yeah,
Get rid of all these
super
adjusters?
Expensive, but
I'm just
so we don't have this
Sort of
adjustment
kidding.
process of them saying, well, we don't really see much wind damage, and you know how that all goes. So it's triggered and pays out when the wind speed hits whatever number it hits, and they write the check and send it to the county in 2 to 3 weeks. So it's not this drawn out long process of 12 to 14 months of people going back and forth on whether or not there was damage and how we get paid.
Well, that's interesting. That's a very interesting.
It can be used for loss of revenue, it can be used for payroll that we incur, additional payroll that we incur for cleanup of the beaches and the facilities due to the storm. It's a very, very broad coverage.
The county's not being told how to use the money. We
Pretty
can
much.
use it as we want.
Yes, sir.
As long as the
Yeah,
wind
now we
speeds
can't-
hit.
Now, you can't probably go buy new vehicles, just
No,
go
no,
get
no,
new
no.
vehicles, but yes, if we can justify, yes, if we needed this money, we paid $5 million for beach cleanup and additional payrolls, and we had damage to the boardwalk, and we had damage to the pier, and we spent the $5 million, no questions asked.
Okay, that's actually, and again, and I'm really glad we delayed this because we didn't have this information 2 weeks ago. And I'm really glad that I continued to bug you on this because, and I know you would have found it anyway, but because I'm the first to tell you, I want to build this space, right? And so, but I also understand to put the court in a position to have no insurance on millions of dollars is a difficult position to be in. So the fact that this parametric might provide or would provide insurance on not only these buildings, but potentially other buildings that we have that we're going to be spending significant money on, i.e. the pier.
Yes, sir.
I.e. Briscoe King Pavilion, i.e. if the court.
i.e. your 10% deductible that you now have on your policy, so we can fund that.
Yeah, okay, see, look how little time sometimes, when you take the time to do things right, what you can actually find. Yes, Scott, I came in here discouraged, I'm coming out of here a little more
Yeah, I
encouraged.
just thought of something. If you remember after Hurricane Harvey, where, IB McGee, we took a really big hit. We spent over $3 million just recovering the RV park because it was self-insured.
Mm-hmm.
Would this cover that? That's a no-brainer because we self-insure so much in the RV park with so much infrastructure and pad sites and pedestals and lift stations that we can. That's a hub of your operation. Your lift station goes down, you can't move any black or gray water from any of your facilities. So I just thought I'd throw that in there.
So, Judge, what would be maybe prudent, and I'm on 3, would be, and Commissioner Modas is right, we don't want to do this without the whole court here, but Commissioner Gonzalez isn't here. What we might be prudent is to, because this is really encouraging, but I think we need to see it's encouraging, but it's still costly as heck, right? Because
Need to see if we have
I
the
get it.
funding for it,
No, I
too,
get it.
'cause
So we got
I'm
610.
told we don't.
Yeah, no, we don't have it
We're
for the
scrambling.
610,000. I get it. But we've got a $610,000 increase for the whole county that's coming that we don't have the money for. And I get this is more, but I think we have to, I would like to at least look at everything and put this into the budget process and really.
What is the deadline for our insurance renewal?
No.
I'm
So I
saying.
think we're talking about two separate things.
Yeah.
So we need to make a decision on the insurance
I
renewal
get that.
without considering the pier and the concession, all that,
I get-
today, for
right,
sure, right?
right. I get
But I
that.
think there's value in, if possible, not making a decision what you want to do on the pier today. If we can more formalize these parametric options and drill down to exactly what the county would want to see, and then bring it back to the court and say, okay, here's our plan, here's how much it's gonna cost, and here's how we can get the coverage. And to not only fund maybe losses to that facility, but also maybe subsidize some of the other facilities around the county that have, you still got a 3% deductible in Robstown and everywhere else. And this could also help subsidize that deductible for the rest of the county's properties as well. Not maybe attributing the, whatever it is, $300,000 or $800,000 additional premium just to that project, because that policy is gonna benefit the rest of the county's insurance as well and help supplement it.
I was going to bring it to Tom Carlisle. Parametrics actually don't replace your insurance program. They enrich it.
Right.
And so it allows
It's
you
like
to.
Aflac, right? It's like.
Kind of like Aflac, quack, quack. That's why I got up here, the duck. So they're relatively new in the market. A lot of people haven't purchased them because we do so much property. We're proposing them. But the reason I got up here is if you buy a parametric, that's when you also look at what you're doing with all the other properties in relation to deductible, saving money there. Do you understand? Because you're buying another policy that could help you subsidize that.
And I think that's what I'm saying is we've got to have that analysis to include in our budget. I get we got to do this today, but for the other, because it is an enrichment. In other words, there are things that we're not covered in the rest of this county, and this is new to me. I'm just hearing about this, for the first time, so I gotta understand it too. But this is like, this could end up saving us money. I know it could cost us money now, but if we do this right, and we do it, and what you're telling me is this could help us with funding deductibles, depending on the wind speed, right? I get it. No adjuster, depending on the wind speed, that this could help us in all parts of the county, not just on the coast, certainly more on the coast because of the 10% deductible and because we have higher risk stuff. But if there's a hurricane and it knocks down, something at Hilltop or it knocks down something in Robstown, then this could, as long as the wind speed triggers it, then this could help in addition to what we've got covered. So, I mean, we're going way down on coverage here. We're going from 100 million as a county to 50 million. So we are reducing our coverage a lot. That's scary. At the same time, I get it because it's 610,000 more for $50 million less coverage. So this other policy might be more or will be more, but it could end up supplementing and doing some great things. So I definitely want some time to figure out how to work this parametrics, not to delay number 2, but to come back on number 3 so that we can really drill down, as you said, because I think you're right. I'm, like I said, I came in super not encouraged, and I'm leaving a little sort of encouraged.
A little happier.
I mean, it's still gonna cost a lot of money. I get it. We're gonna have to, I get it. So, anyway, it's.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is this the wind speed from the eye of the hurricane or outside?
Any of the damage. I would
It doesn't
assume.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter?
No,
Does it
sir.
have to hit that area like for it to happen?
So
If
there's,
it's a
again, this is
speed,
why
it's
we need to have these
whatever.
conversations
Okay,
in a
never
separate
mind.
meeting because
I got
there's
it.
different ways of structuring it.
We need to bring this back as
You can just do
another
an
item.
anemometer, or we can also set it up with gates. So there's 2 GPS locations on the beach, and if the eye of the storm enters those gates, it just pays off and doesn't really matter what the wind does. So they're very customizable in the way we want to look into it and structure it.
Then we need to bring this back. I get it. We need to bring this back with a specific agenda item we can talk purely about parametrics, what we as a court want, what we want to drill down, let Commissioner Gonzalez get recovered and see where we go. So,
Yeah,
Nan says,
so,
thank you. You give me a little hope.
A
So
little
do
light.
we
little
want
hope.
to move to bring item number 3 back to the June 7th meeting with information? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if that's going to give him enough time.
Is that not going to be enough time? We'll table item
What-
3
how about-
until you
Yes,
get
you can
back
give us 30
to.
days.
If you get back to
You
us,
tell
we'll
us when
bring
you
it
want
back
to put
in
it back
July.
on. We'll put it back
Yeah, I
on.
mean,
This is,
30 days is, we can get some more concrete answers and have some
So
discussions.
is that your
with the
motion?
well, hold on. And I want to say
table?
this out loud because there's been this little underground effort, and I'm going to say it out loud because I don't really care. There's been this little underground effort to kind of discredit the court and me and everything else on that we don't want to build this thing. And if they want to continue to do that, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm going to figure out a way to get this built if we can, regardless of all this garbage that's flowing around out there. And I know a lot of those people are probably watching, and that's okay. They can do it. It's freedom of speech. But I'm just telling you, all that's doing is making this harder by giving this court grief about the fact that they think we're not trying to do everything we can. So we're going to delay this, but for good reason, because the delay might actually get us to where we need to get. If it gets perpetuated otherwise, and people want to keep throwing out misinformation, that's okay. But what I'm telling you is this court has been committed to doing this and has continued to fund $27.3 million on that island. And I'm gonna, and I take it because I represent it, but they don't have to take it. And so my hope is that people will see what this is that we finally have maybe a little hope on this insurance issue, and hopefully that's how it'll be perpetuated. Probably not, because there's always somebody that's gonna spin it the way they want to spin it. But at the end of the day, and I hope the Parks Boards are listening, because they want this thing done too. And it's really been hard to figure out how to do it with all the bad rhetoric and all the misinformation that's been spouted about them too. And I'm tired of it too. I mean, those park board people, they're volunteers and they work their tails off and they catch a lot of grief, and that isn't right either, because they're trying to get this done
Okay, we
too.
have a motion to table this item number 3 and bring
Until-
it back,
Second.
and we have a second?
Until he's
Until
ready.
Carlisle's ready to bring it back, and
No
possibly
pressure,
in
huh?
30 days.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Now, going back up to item number 2 on the regular one-year policy term and the suggested,
Yes, so if you don't mind, Judge, I want to point out something else too. So we are members of the Texas Public Risk Insurance Management Association. It's a public entity group of public risk managers, and part of that is we were able to obtain a survey on what other public entities around the state of Texas, and in fact, all the way to Miami, what their insurance renewals have done over the past 4 or 5 months. Just for reference, Harris County has $7.2 billion of total insured values, and they bought $250 million of windstorm coverage. That represents about 3% of what their total exposure is. So as we're sitting here considering $50 million, that's 13% of what y'all's total exposure is, just for reference, so you know what some of the other counties are doing. The other thing that I do want to point out before we move on that topic is, and the concerning part to me about the $50 million is that is $50 million not only for wind and hail, but also for fire insurance. And when we look at y'all's schedule, we do have, between this building and the jail next door, we do have significant values there. So just for reference, on the courthouse, we have that insured for just called $140 million, and the jail's insured for $77 million. So in the event, God forbid, we had a fire or something that took one of these down, the policy is only going to pay out up to $50 million, just so everybody's aware of that. Now, we can look at, and again, I don't have it today because again, this market's a disaster, and quite honestly, this spreadsheet didn't even get finished until this morning because we were still waiting on quotes. We can look at going into the market and purchasing additional fire-only coverage, but again, we're talking another $200,000 or $300,000 in premium.
Yeah, and I don't, like you said, Judge, I don't know where we're coming up with this 610 either. I mean, this is going to be
We just
really
have to
rough.
make these tough decisions nowadays and know it is what it is, but just so everybody's
It's a
aware,
risk
that's the
we have to
case.
take.
And do you think 50 is the minimum we should go?
Are you saying others went way lower even?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
No,
I mean,
you know, when you look, again, the best thing we can do, other than playing God, which we can't do, is look at these models, right? And the models are saying, again, at the 250-year event, which means you have a 0.40% chance of happening on wind, talking about wind. Fire, we can't really predict if a fire is going to burn down the entire building or half the building. But on wind, it says that we would sustain $19 million of damage, or at the 500-year event, we would sustain $33 million of damage. The other model, again, like I said, is a little bit higher. It says $35 million and $55 million. So, you know, I mean, that's where we wish we had the crystal ball. Are we going to have 25 million or are we going to have 50 million?
okay, and so what if you knew the court was going to do the parametric? Would that change the amount that you think we needed to cover?
I don't think so, no, sir.
Okay, just asking. All right. I mean,
What I'd like to see is, well, it looks like we'll move forward on this item, but just for future reference, you know, when we're talking about comparing, I mean, it's great to hear that, but Timothy, maybe if you can put something together to add on any future packets, comparisons, because we heard it, and those of us that are paying attention, but anyone that's taking a sound bite for later on today, or for an article on social media or what have you, it's going to be sensationalized, and it is. Let's not downplay. This is very concerning, the amount. And once again, it's not y'all, it's just what the market is. But we need to show really where we're at proportionally, probably doing a little bit better than some of our counterparts in the area and even outside of our area. And I think that's an important message to get across because, yes, it is alarming, but, and we could afford whatever we want, but, well, I guess that's what we may want, but what can we actually afford are two different things, right? So that's, I want to make sure that we get that across because we're not going to be able to hit every single constituent right now. I have people who are obviously watching who are texting, what are y'all doing? And I'm like, well, did you hear about the comparisons between, say, Brownsville schools or CCISD schools or others?
So. There's no doubt, I think, even considering the $50 million, you guys are purchasing more and ahead of what your peers are doing, as we've seen in the first part of the year. And I think it'll only get worse for the public entities that are renewing later in the year because the capacity availability is going to continue shrinking and the pricing is going to keep going up. Simple economics principles, supply and demand. As the supply lessens and the demand's still there, it's driving the price up. So I would echo your point. Y'all are doing better than what your peers are probably doing based on the comparisons.
And like you said this morning, I mean, you just got this this chart put together. I mean, we met, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Judge? And the information since then is still obviously involved, and it's happening within a matter of hours as well. So it's not going away, but I definitely want to hear more when you come back in 30 days on the other item, so we could see how to best tackle that.
Sure, we can put that
Thank
together
you.
for sure.
So do we have a motion on this item?
Okay, you want me to just briefly touch on, I don't mean to stay up here all day, trust me, I don't want to be here all day either, but, let me just briefly touch on the other line items if you don't mind, Judge. So the rest of the items, everything's pretty much exactly the same way we had last year. There is a little bit uptick in the flood insurance. Again, we're talking about flood, property, windstorm, that's obviously market driven. The other items are such minimal dollar amounts compared to the property insurance. The percentages may look off, but the dollar amounts are not there. On the automobile liability that we do help broker through the Texas Association of Counties, which is TAC, there was approximately a $16,000 increase there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Timothy, but that is an addition of additional county vehicles.
Additional vehicles, that was per our meeting. We talked about that in the meeting, yes.
So everything on that looked in line with us as well. And then a slight uptick in the law enforcement liability as well. Again, primarily market driven based on, I mean, everybody watches the news, law enforcement's getting creamed right now on just different lawsuits and types of issues that are all over the news. So that's driving the rates up in that market as well. Overall, the total cost increase to the county would be $645,000 this year between your property and casualty insurances.
For millions of dollars less coverage.
And higher deductibles, don't forget.
And higher deductibles.
And a higher
yes.
deductible.
Yes.
Well, insurance committee members, what do you recommend? You wanted to be on that committee, didn't you, John?
I didn't. The judge asked.
I don't think he said he wanted to.
I didn't want to say no, so.
He wasn't asked.
Darn.
I don't think we can put this off, and with the numbers changing like they are, I will make the motion to go forward with this plan at the cost myself, since I am on that committee as
Second.
well. And I have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Commissioner Chesney? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
we look forward to hearing from
Yes,
you
ma'am.
again
Thank
in
you
the
all.
future.
Thanks, Jace. Appreciate it. Thanks, Tommy. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
I say Tommy, I know Chase did the work and everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to agenda item number 4, discuss and consider an execution of agreement with Hanson Professional Services for engineering services for Briscoe King. Hello, Scott.
Yeah, we've got to get Briscoe King Dune walkover fixed. It needs to be raised. It doesn't even comply with the rules that we enforce.
So moved, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I know there was a little bit of discussion that with the building, that this isn't going to have to be redone after.
no.
We're going to implement this into our future plans.
Yes,
with
ma'am.
the- Yes,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. We're not going to redo work.
Thank you, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Item number 5, discuss and consider approval of dune protection permit for large-scale construction.
I recommend approval. It's ready to go.
Judge, hold on. Who was the second on the last motion she needs to know?
Okay.
On the Briscoe King one, I think I moved.
You
but
made the motion,
I-
Hernandez made
Oh,
it, the second,
second? Okay.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sorry.
I was pointing down there, sorry, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Hernandez.
And then so moved on number 5.
So we have a motion, do we have a second on?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Then 6.
6, we're going to have to table.
6, we are going to table.
And let me explain why, because I know, you know, I've worked real hard on this one, and so has Christine. The public notice to adjacent property owners went out for the BMAC meeting. It got mistaken by the applicant. They didn't send out the public notice with 10 days prior to the Commissioners Court meeting. And that's a catch-all. And so we're gonna have to get the applicant to send out the adjacent property owners meeting and bring this back.
then I
Okay.
would make the motion that we bring it back for the next meeting, so make sure they, with,
Yes, sir.
with the
June the
direction
7th.
to get the 10-day notice done, please.
Yes, sir.
And explain that to the applicant as to what the,
We
they
have
know of it.
a motion to bring this back on June the 7th and
I
a
got that right,
second
didn't I?
by Commissioner Hernandez. All those in favor, say aye.
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 And that's
Opposed?
based on Alex, our county attorney's
No,
recommendations.
no, I
as well.
get it. And y'all done great work on this. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I mean, both of you have done a lot of work, and it's appreciated.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Item number 7, discuss and consider executing an agreement with the city of Port Aransas for lifeguard services along the beach at IB McGree.
Yes, ma'am. This is a little slow getting to us this year. I typically try to get these things done in February, March, but anyhow, we've got it. There was a slight increase, Commissioner Chesney, but they've got a quality program, and their program is one to emulate up and down the Texas coast. So they do a great job, and they provide a great service.
And it's within budget.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Judge, so moved. Port Aransas does a phenomenal job for us on the beach, so
Second.
moved.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, same sign.
And I'm done.
The motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Moving on to item number 8, discuss and consider approving an agreement with Smart Advocate LLC for a case management subscription for the Public Defender's Office. And I believe this was part of your budget and the grant. This funding would come from that.
That's correct, Judge and Commissioners. We did a lot of shopping for case management system. We did demos with a number of them, and Smart Advocate was really very customer-friendly and came in at the best number for us.
And this is just an annual thing? It's not a contract for 5 years or anything like, it's an annual renewal? Yes.
That's right, and we have an opt-out
Yes.
every year if it's not working out.
I'll make the motion to pass.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you, Janice. Item number 9, discuss and consider approving $10,000 in funding for the Coastal Bend Field of Honor Richard Borchard Fairgrounds and related matters.
So moved, Judge.
We have
Second.
a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
If the court could just describe the public purpose, and I believe J.J. De La Cerda can talk about all the tourism that the events bring to the county.
I think JJ's not in here, but, oh,
There
yeah,
he is.
sorry, I was looking for you in the corner and you're standing at the microphone.
Judge, we can't see. Oh, there you are, right there.
I'm a little short, yes.
No, that's
I
not what I
didn't
was
say
saying.
that. I'm
still working on it,
No,
sir.
no. That's not what I was saying.
Thank you,
That was
JJ,
JJ.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am. So we bring a lot of tourism to the community because of the Coastal Bend Field of Honor. We have people fly in from all over Virginia, Houston, the Rio Grande Valley, just to attend the actual event. So it brings in dollars towards the county. They rent hotels, they visit our restaurants, they shop at our businesses. So it's a big impact towards our economy, so.
Yes, absolutely agree, yeah. So we have a motion and a second.
Judge, we need the funding source for this.
The funding source is the special revenue fund. I
Okay.
think. Yes, isn't that that's what I have in my motions.
Who's special revenue?
You told me special
The
revenue,
last
but
time
didn't
it was
say
the
in it.
court decided to divide the 10,000
Oh,
under the
from
special
each
revenues.
one?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's correct.
I just have in my notes special revenue, but you said last time we all contributed?
That's correct.
Okay,
It's 2,000 apiece.
I'm fine with that, I
good.
agree, special revenue.
And then we talked about putting this as a budget challenge for,
For
upcoming. so
future years, so it
As
just
long as it
comes
meets the
out
county
and it's-
attorney's,
Yes.
what do you call it? Legalities. What do you
Approval,
call it?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't even. It's early and I can't talk. That's good.
So we have a motion and a second, and coming from that, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you, JJ.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Item number 10, discuss and consider authorizing an extension through September the 30th, 2023 for our legislative consultants, and it looks like that may not be long enough. I'm hearing rumors that the governor is going to call them back in September for a
But I don't know
special.
what for. Like, I love our legislative team, but is the special session gonna have any effect on us? In other words, do we need to monitor
Well,
something?
until the governor announces what he's gonna
Right.
put in it, we don't know.
Right, so I don't wanna just pay them if we don't know what we're gonna pay them for. I mean, we've got them through June now, I believe. So could we wait and see what's gonna happen? Because last time what we did was we stopped after June, we took a break, and then we rehired them down the road because there weren't enough, we didn't feel like at the time there was enough things to keep them
Unless-
occupied for at the rate we're paying them. And then one time we cut them a little bit and said, okay, during interim, we paid less during the interim. I mean, if the only session that they're gonna have on special session is school vouchers, then that isn't gonna be something that we're gonna go monitor or spend any time on.
Is that what you're hearing? That's not what I'm hearing.
Well, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe, I
okay.
don't know. No, I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Can we wait until they call a special session and see if we need them? I don't know. I don't,
If this expires in June and they call, I know when I was there, they called it the day after session ended. I mean, I'm hearing they're gonna let them off June and July, but you never know until the governor announces by all
but
means.
then all we
so.
gotta do is call them and say, put it right back on the agenda. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna pay them $5,000 a month each for, just for, I mean, I don't have a need to pay them in June and July, or July and August.
Now, does the contract go through the end of June or at the beginning of June? What does it end?
I think it's through the end of June.
It is through the end of June?
The
This
contract, yes, is
contract
June.
expires
That's
At
correct.
the end of June.
What'd she say?
By the end of June.
The end of June, okay. Thanks,
It's-
Teresa.
Right.
Yeah, I can't support this at this time, but I mean, if there's, everybody else wants to, then that's okay, but I just don't see the need. And if we do, I think it's gonna be, we would wanna go back at a reduced rate if it's only one or two or three things. I mean, it's one thing to monitor the entire legislative session for 5 months, 24/7, but special sessions, I mean, you've been there, some of those are not
Well,
very.
then, are you making a motion, you want to table this until?
I'd like to
later-
table it
At a
and-
later date indefinitely until we need to bring it back?
I'd like to table it until a special session is called, so when it's called, put it back on and we'll talk about it then. To see if we need them.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Yes.
Hopefully we'll know, Judge, like you said, I mean, there's rumblings out there and anyone would know, you would. I would just want to make sure that, I'm sure at some point the governor will show his hand, obviously, within the next week or two, and we may need to come back
Right.
in June, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with continuing it for now, as long as there's nothing that stipulates in the current contract where we need to renew within a certain clause or anything like that. I'm okay with holding off to make that decision, but I'd like to do it sooner rather than later, even if we took off, say, the month of July and got them back up in August, if there was a September special session. I would just want to make sure that we give them enough heads up, because it is, I mean, let's face it, they live and breathe this. They're going to keep monitoring it no matter what, right? Whether they continue to report directly to us. So they're going to know what's going on many times before us. So I think we have a great team. I really do.
No, I'd
and
like
we-
to keep them on too. I just, and if you remember what we did too, John, we reduced, like
No, I know.
during an off session and on session prices. So I mean, we could bring it back on and look at, what we would have them do.
Maybe
in the
that's what
interim.
happens in July, or depending if it's
Yeah.
August or September
I'm good.
special session that
And
the governor calls.
I've kept in contact with them, and we do our weekly calls, and I have to say, we have a great team.
They're
We
be- oh,
we have
they're-
an excellent team
they're great.
working on our behalf, so.
But hey, it's all about how we're just saving money, Judge. That's what we're all looking at right now.
I agree. So we have a motion and a second to table this until need be to bring it back up if there's a special announced or anything like that. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
Judge, I have a
Moving-
couple to table. Could I do that real quick?
Yeah, if you have. a
If you don't
couple.
mind, I'd like to make a motion to table item 12 until that number is firmed up and you're ready to put it back on, Judge.
We have a motion to table item 12. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign.
Judge, also, I'd like to make a motion, number 14 got on there prematurely. I'm not ready for that one, so I'd like to make a motion to table 14, and I'll put it back on when I'm ready, please.
We have a motion to table item number 14. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
Thank
Any-
you.
That's all?
Yes, ma'am.
I think our attorneys were supposed to be, are they here yet? They're not here yet? Are we not?
I confirm.
We can move on to the next. I just hate to get started if we're fixing to.
here.
They're here?
I believe that they're here. That's what I
They're
would say.
here?
They should be in the office, yes.
Okay. Do we want to go into executive?
And 11:30.
11:30, we've got 25 more minutes.
Okay.
So do we want them to wait, or do we want to move on, go into executive? What do you want to do?
Probably we should continue.
Continue
Probably to
until-
continue until we
would like
get
to
after 30.
continue because we would like just a moment of silence at 11:30, as the governor has called for a moment of silence for the Uvalde School. So we'll move on to item number 11, receive an update regarding American Rescue Plan Act, fund balances, and related matters. Jeff and Lulu, I know you passed out some detailed information. There's
Thank you.
oh, you're passing out, sorry. This, Commissioner Gonzalez had wanted a detailed list of everything that we have done and what we have in progress, and maybe what is outstanding as well, just where we are on the projects, which is a great idea with all the allocations. I also asked for any high-risk and pending allocations that I think that the court needs to be aware of and continue to monitor, and at some point, we will maybe possibly want to vote on those on whether we want to continue or whether we want to move and use those funds, allocate for anything else. I believe if we look at I guess it's on this thing too, on the unallocated funds in our portion, it's about 3 million something. I would like, given the situation that the courthouse has been in, since this does say related matters, I hope that I can discuss this, but I did ask Lulu to check on funding if we could do piping, and we've had so many incidents just in the previous year with explosions and in our dated piping within the courthouse and the overflow and the problems that's been causing with the sewer systems and things like that. I would hope that the court would see that that is a priority issue, and that hopefully we could help facilitate some changing in the piping and allocate $1 million to Public Works for us to eliminate these problems in the future. It's horrific to go through this and to walk through our courthouse and the smells and everything else. So that was the one thing I wanted shown in here. There is funding for it, and I hope that we choose to move forward in that path. Y'all want to show
And we will bring
your
it back to
charts?
court.
Yes, yes.
I did pass out a status report or a project status as to where it's at, if it's completed or not. Currently, we have 14,369,997 expensed.
That has been paid out.
That has been paid out.
Yes, yes. The rest, we have a lot allocated, but it hasn't moved forward the projects. Can you talk about the high-risk projects and how much is there that you're wanting to review and think there's a possibility that those will not move forward?
We currently have 5 projects that we would like to have or review further as far as the funding. There's it's approximately 4,016,000 that we would like to review on site to those locations.
You
And
wanna
that's
list
in,
those? Or you wanna list
yeah.
those for us?
Oh, I do, yes.
I mean, are they on this list so we can mark them?
Yes, actually, it's on the list that I just passed out, and it says checklist review.
Wait, hold on. On this list, right, that you
that you
just
just
passed out?
passed out?
And then the one with all the highlights?
Yes.
And then there's an area on here somewhere that you, are you just gonna tell us what those are that you wanna review and so that we can check them?
Correct. So precinct 1,
Okay, hold on. Wow. Okay,
that would be for the 134,000.
okay. I'm just
Just a
listing.
list, just keep going through. We
Okay,
just
and
want to mark
then,
'em.
also, under EC2,
Under what?
What?
oh,
How about just go page by page, please?
Yeah.
Or, is there any under Commissioner Jag that need review?
That's under precinct 1 on the first page, right?
Yeah,
yes,
There's one on precinct 1. Is there any on, what about
Be under
precinct 2?
precinct 2.
none on 2,
3?
3,
none on 3,
4?
no,
Judge?
yes.
Which
Yes.
one?
Which one?
Texas Sea Life.
Sea Life, okay.
And then if you go down to countywide projects, under expenditure category, negative economic impacts,
Wait. Oh, yep, okay, go ahead. Which one?
for $1 million. We would like to conduct a,
Wait, which
Which one
what's
is
it called?
for $1 million? They don't have the
They
numbers
don't have
on
the
oh,
here.
numbers.
sorry,
Which
transitional recovery,
Okay,
housing.
transitional recovery, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it yet. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
on the
down
next
there.
page?
no, it's on that Judge, it's on the public health negative economic impact,
Yeah.
and it says mental health restoration program.
Oh, mental health
And then
restoration,
underneath it, it
yes.
says transitional recovery, right?
Yes, okay.
That's the one you're saying?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay, Centacor, all right.
Yes.
And anything else?
The next one would be the WCID, number 3, and that would be infrastructure, expenditure category number 5.
Wait, which one? Where are you?
Yeah, we're confused.
And I didn't number the pages. Sorry, excuse me.
On EC3 or where?
5.
Huh?
EC5.
Oh, EC5?
EC5.
So we're going all the way to 5, okay,
The booster pump station?
Yes.
Okay.
okay. All right. Aight. Is that it?
No. The next one would be, oh yikes. Oh, yeah, same page. Oh, it would be the 4th one, City of Driscoll, drainage improvements,
Under EC what?
EC5,
EC5, City of Driscoll Drainage?
yes.
Okay. Anything else?
And drainage improvement for Nueces County WCID, number 5 as well,
Banquetti?
yes.
Lulu, are you saying these projects are at risk?
I would like to do further review.
They're either missing documentation, missing paperwork, or there's a larger scale, from what I understood when I asked yesterday, Commissioner Hernandez, is there's, like, the project is gonna cost a lot more than what we've allocated, and they're not seeing that they have the funding to finish the project, and we can't give just a portion to fund it. The project, if we give our ARPA money to it, we have to be sure that the project will be done, the whole project,
And complete,
started
yeah.
and completed, yes.
Will we discuss this now, like the drainage on Banquete? Or what are you
She's
talking,
just-
which one are you talking, because I had allocated 2.5 for the sewer and water. You're not talking about that, are you?
No, sir, not that one. 2.5 on his stuff.
Yeah.
His stuff doesn't have the 2.5 for drainage.
Oh, it's for sewer and water.
No, you were talking, Hilltop, you have allocation of
2.9, not
2.9.
Okay.
And that's
To Hilltop?
correct. But no, I wasn't referring to that project.
Well, I was asking about Banquete.
Oh, yes, we need to do a review.
Are you talking about the sewer and water project?
That is correct.
Really?
There's other funds included into the amount that was allocated. So we just want to figure out where they're receiving those other funds to be able to complete that project.
Well, I was told that more or less 2.5 would cover the whole project from start to finish.
There's only an allocation of $1 million
For the,
per WCID number 5, Banquete.
Did
Are
you
you
give
talk-
1.5 in your CDBG money for that? Was that where you allocated money in that as well?
it's been some time ago, I hardly
Yeah.
even remember it. We've been going back and forth.
Can we go back, or can I speak to Juan regarding that project?
Yeah, would you please?
Yes.
Okay.
So these here that she is saying are not off the table yet.
I just want
These
to
are the
further
ones that are
review.
questionable that she needs to go back and verify so that we don't just keep them rolling along. We need to either move forward or
Yeah,
Or-
I
or
agree,
reallocate
I
it
agree.
or
back in the pot,
reallocate,
right,
yes.
It's something we should have, known a long time ago, I think, because I've been working at this since last year. Because I had a 1.5 first, then we allocated another million, which made it 2.5, and I was told that would be sufficient, to start and finish the project.
Okay, well, then I would need to talk to Public Works regarding this project.
Okay? Yeah, y'all can get together and come up with something.
Yes, we will.
This is just an update. Are there any other questions from any of you? Any other?
No, ma'am. Look forward to hearing your report.
Yes, thank you very much.
And
We
quickly,
appreciate
because
it.
we got to figure out if we can, what we're going to do with that money.
Yeah, we want to make sure that it continues to be useful and we don't leave it sitting somewhere and don't get it allocated to something else if this is not going to work, so.
Lulu, I have one more question. Have you all been communicating with Driscoll?
Yes, we have. We had a meeting with them last week,
Okay.
and I've been in contact with I want to say the business manager, but I believe is Mrs. Wakefield.
Yeah.
So we have been in communication.
Well, we put the money out there to help them. Now it's up to them to do their part.
Right.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item 13, discuss and consider allocating $49,500 in ARPA funds to Hope Unlimited. Commissioner Chesney?
Thank you, Judge. Lulu, you want to
This
tell me
is
where you're, my understanding is that
funds.
you got that one approved? Just want to make sure.
Yes, Commissioner Chesney, we've been in contact with them. There's some documentation we still need from them, but based on our conversations, I don't see a problem.
Okay, then, Judge, Commissioners, this is from my Precinct 4 allocation. I would make the motion to consider allocating $49,500 in Precinct 4 ARPA funds to Hope Unlimited, and the program background is in your packet.
We have a motion, a second. I'll make the second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Moving on to item 15, discuss and consider allocating $144,441 from Precinct 3 American Rescue Plan funds to the City of Robstown Utility. And that's yours, Commissioner Modis.
Can I, hold on, I apologize. Going back to mine, I put 49.5 on there because I thought it had to be below 50, but now I'm remembering it can be 50 or below. Is that, what's
49,000 below.
49, so it has to be below 50?
Right, because of the, well,
Okay, so I did that right?
yes.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you.
For the
Sorry, Judge.
beneficiary instead of the subrecipient, yes. Okay, now item 15, Commissioner Martis, yes.
Yes, this item is a partnership in wanting to work with the Robstown Utility System for some wastewater line rehabilitation. And I believe this has been cleared. Has this been cleared, Jeff?
And we've been in communication with them, and they provided every single document to move
Good. I
forward.
know there was some back and forth on that, and thank y'all. I don't know how y'all do it. There was a lot of communication just on my one item. I can't imagine for all the other projects going on, so thank you. If it's ready, Judge, then make a motion to allocate $144,441 from Precinct 3 ARPA funds to the City of Robstown Utility System for wastewater line rehabilitation project D.
I will.
I thought you had a
Commissioner
problem with it. I'm
Chesney.
sorry. I was like,
Yes.
sorry.
I would just like to know where they got the 441 on the end. That's a pretty odd.
It was,
like, that's
it was already
exact.
specifically
Yes.
project out, and they had a list of projects and kind of went for the one that I could afford within the money left, so that's.
Very good. Well, we have a motion and a second on that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Item number 16, are we doing 16? I think it was ready to go, yes. Discuss and consider authorizing notification to public utilities, common carriers of Tesla's proposal to close, abandon, and vacate portions of County Road 28 and County Road 79. And
Judge, I know the previous meeting, I'd asked for this item just because I know that there was some discussion on how to move forward with certain closures, abandonments, vacating of portions of County Roads 28 and 79. And so I believe
this just
most of that
starts the
has
process, yes.
been put together, and we have just to start it today. And I believe, how many days is it, Jen?
The county has to give notice to the common carriers and the utilities for 30
For
days.
30 days, okay, thank you.
Okay.
So what do we need to do on
Your
this?
motion?
My motion is to proceed with the authorizing notification to the public utilities and common carriers of Tesla's proposal to close, abandon, and vacate portions of County Road 28 and County Road 79.
Now, that notice is not ready to post. We are still getting information to put that together. So this is authorizing when it is ready to post that it goes
Yes.
forward. Okay.
We have a motion and a second by Commissioner Hernandez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you. Moving on to item 17, discuss and consider moving ceremonial resolutions to 8:45 and the regular meeting time to 9:15. Commissioner Chesney, I know we've talked about this one a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm just throwing it out there.
just-
However, I just was trying to come up with a way to streamline our resolutions and still allow us the opportunity to honor people as we so chose. But a lot of times, our resolutions, and it's great, but it sometimes takes an hour and a half. I'm just trying to come up with something. I just threw it on the agenda to see what everybody thought about it. That was just one idea. If you want to do it a different way, Jenny wants to weigh in on how we can and can't do it, that's great too. I just want to make it better.
We're happy also to sit down with you and work on wording that will match whatever situation is at hand. And I believe they're already looking at calendaring things ahead of time that are perennial, so that those can be put on possibly a
To help
consent agenda at a
facilitate
previous meeting.
Smoother.
But these are just ceremonial ones. I'm not talking about resolutions that we have to do or whatever, but,
But I think she's talking about there's a concern when we all sign as a group, then you're doing a statement that actually needs to be court approved.
well, I think if you change the resolution language, it's just ceremonial. It's not action. It is just it's a ceremonial resolution that has absolutely no effect on business of the county other than to say, congratulations.
And we have and will continue to, given, as this is developing, to reach out. We've reached out to TAC and other entities to try to frame this in a way that accomplishes what the court wants to do while avoiding any type of violations.
Right, so, what does everybody want to do? I mean, what's the will of the court? I'm just, whether we do them before the regular meeting so that people don't
I've always had the concept of maybe, I know our school groups are difficult to get here on time, especially with busing schedules and depending on the distance they're driving in. But maybe we can just start the process early and just read it out. And then if we want to share brief comments when we take a picture, like if they come later, or maybe try to offer when available to do the pictures early. But I'm all for anything that will streamline that process, and maybe I think adding on a little bit of time at the beginning maybe will help, but something that internally they and the clerk's office can coordinate with the judge to kind of come up with an idea. I'm all for that, right? I know the city of Corpus Christi does it well, but they don't do as many necessarily, and they don't vote on theirs.
Yeah.
That's
Mayor
the
signs
thing.
And those
They
are-
just- the mayor just signs them, and
Those
so.
are actions of the mayor, and I don't believe the mayor is speaking for the
Right.
council.
Right.
So there's all kinds of ways to structure this.
Well, I think a couple of ways that we could streamline it would be to have an official photographer that would share the pictures instead of waiting in line and all of that. We could even do once a month, the beginning of the month, have these kind of things for each month or something. But there's a lot of discussion to be had on how we could streamline and make it quicker. But a lot of people, I mean, these kids that come in here, they're pretty honored to be here in the court. I hate to take that away as well.
No, it's
It's
not.
a
No, I
big
wouldn't
deal
want to.
for
It's just
some
more
of
about
them.
making it more
Yeah.
efficient for everybody else who has
Yeah.
to sit here. So that's what I'm saying. If we have a designated time that resolutions will be at X time, and the resolutions will be from, and then the regular meeting doesn't start until X time. I just put 8:45 and 9:15. It can be 8:30 and 9, it can be 9 and 9:15. I'm just throwing it out there.
One of the other things we've already done, remember, didn't we change that from, it was after public comment? We moved it up so that kids can get here and they can get out already, so we're not, that people aren't sitting here waiting to get back to class or, I mean.
Well, but what I'm saying is if we start, but that still doesn't, so it helps the resolution people, but
Yeah.
then all the rest of the people who aren't here for the resolutions and are here for the business meeting have to sit and watch an hour and a half, and they may like that and they may not. But if you had the resolutions as a designated time, then people would know, if you want to come for the resolutions, you come at that time. If you don't come at that time. We used to do it at city council, and it was because the mayor would do them, but it was, the resolution started 30 minutes before the meeting. She would read them. Many times, council members would show up for them. I was there a lot, John was there a lot, because we wanted to be there. So, but apparently, the hangup is signing resolutions, which I don't get that. It's not, there's no action, there's no business, there's no whatever. I'd still like my name on the resolution because I think it's cool. I didn't like it when the mayor's was the only one on there over there. I wanted to be on their resolution, so I like being on them. But it's not action, it's not business. Maybe we don't call it a resolution, maybe we call it a certificate of honor, so that's not we shouldn't have to vote on a it's all ceremonial. Why are we voting on a resolution anyway? I mean, as long as it's not I'm not talking about a controversial one, right? I mean, if someone's got a controversial one, they gotta put that on the regular agenda. I'm just saying, congratulations to the
But then
the
what
state finish
constitutes
champ.
controversial? What your idea of controversial and my idea of controversial maybe?
But
yeah.
you're managing the agenda, you can certainly, I mean, you're gonna know that there's not many we don't have many
know,
we have
right.
like one a
Everybody's
year. I don't
usually
even know when the
pretty
last
unanimous,
controversial
yes.
one we had was. So, I mean, so I think we'd all just designate a specific time for resolutions, whether,
Okay.
but that, if y'all
Are
wanna
we
do that.
going to decide this today, or we want to wait till Jenny checks into some legality on the signatures form and stuff and
Been
get back to
checking.
us?
Well, we've been checking, it kind of changes as we get feedback. So designating a time for these, no problem, no issue. It is I
Then you have
agree.
to have a quorum here to start?
Yes,
if you
what we
designate?
don't
That
want
defeats
to,
the purpose? Yeah.
encourage is any type of quorum issues that are not noticed.
What if we just said, for today, we start the meetings at 8:45, with that being designated as resolutions only, and the regular meeting starts at 9:15, I don't know, 9:15, something like that, just to get this started, otherwise we're gonna talk it and never get any feedback back, so.
8:45 is your motion to start the meetings
I'm
with
just-
resolutions.
I'm just throwing it out,
and-
I'm not
yeah.
making a motion unless somebody, I wanna hear whatever, I mean, that's an idea, but I don't wanna.
We're fixing to have to stop for a moment of silence, so it is 11:29, so if we can take a break, a
Yep.
pause really quick before if this is gonna be much more discussion.
That's all I was gonna do, but, the motion silence is way more important than this, so.
Yes. The governor has called for a moment of silence for, this is the annual thing, for the people of Uvalde. If I could ask everyone in here to please stand and let's observe for these families and the tragedy that happened. Thank you all very much. Please. Our thoughts and prayers go to all the families who are, who will be dealing with this for the rest of their lives. This is not something you get over or anything like that. So we definitely send prayers to each and every one of those families, yes. Moving back to our agenda item number 17.
Judge, how about a motion to begin the Commissioners Court's meeting for resolutions only at 8:45 with no invocation, no pledge, no anything other than resolutions, with then the start time being 9:15 for the regular scheduled meeting to start at that point. That would be the motion for now, and then Jenny can keep looking at the rest of it and bring it back later.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much. The motion passes, and we can always change it back if this doesn't work. So,
Just to try.
item number 18, discuss and consider the next Commissioners Court meeting date. I believe the next court date is June the 7th. If anyone has any problem with that, otherwise, then there's no discussion or vote needed. I think our attorneys are available now, so I am going to move ahead to executive session. It is 11:32, and I am giving notice that the Commissioners Court may elect to go into executive session anytime during the meeting to discuss matters listed anywhere on the agenda when authorized by the provisions of the Open Meetings Act, Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, to the extent there has been a past practice of distinguishing items for public deliberation and for those for executive session. The public is advised that the court is departing from that practice and reserves the right to discuss any listed agenda items in executive session when authorized to do so by law. In the event the Commissioners Court elects to go into executive session regarding an agenda item, these section or sections of the.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yeah.
The court needs, if the court is going to discuss the collective bargaining agreement, then you'll need to vote on the other item, the
Yes.
5510725.
But are we? Because they're not, has there been a meeting?
We are at the
There have-
end. Our attorney wants to talk to all of us privately.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
so
So
we
what do
are
we have
going
to do,
to.
Jenny? We have to vote on that?
You need to vote on
Yeah,
whether or not.
5-0, it has to be vote for us to go into, 4-0, sorry, we're only 4 of us here. Going back to item G1, thank you for stopping me. Collective bargaining, discuss and consider whether pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.0725, deliberation in an open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the collective bargaining contract being negotiated between the county and Nueces County Sheriff's Officers Association pursuant to Section 174, Texas Local Government Code. Do I have a motion?
And what needs to be the motion exactly, Jenny?
The motion
To
to,
deliberate in closed session?
Yes, that it, and there's a finding that was supplied by the Navarro firm where you're going to have to find that doing this discussion outside would be detrimental to the county.
negotiation.
And we have to do this every time we do this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That'd be my motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's 4-0. All the commissioners approve. So now, I will move back into going to executive session, public notice, and I will, do I have to repeat all that stuff? The section or sections of Open Meeting Act authorizing the executive session will be publicly announced by the presiding officer in accordance with the authority of the Government Code, Vernon's Texas Code, Section 551.071, 551.072, 551.073, 551.074, 551.0745, 551.076, 551.086, 551.087. The Commissioners Court will hold an executive session to consult with attorneys, including matters related to litigation, deliberate regarding real property, prospective gifts, personnel matters, including termination, county advisory bodies, security devices, and/or economic development negotiations, and other matters that may be addressed in executive session. Upon completion of the executive session, the Commissioners Court may, in an open session, take an appropriate action on items. Closed session, item A, closed session pursuant to section 551.0725 Texas Government Code to deliberate business and financial issues relating to collective bargaining contract. And item B, consult with an outside counsel to discuss potential attorney fee obligations of the county relating to the removal proceedings involving the current Nueces County District Attorney, Texas Government Code 551.071. Item C, consult with the county attorney and outside counsel regarding legal matters in the county of Nueces versus Purdue Pharma, and the District Court of Harris County and related matters, Texas Government Code 551.071. Item D, consult with the county attorney on legal matters relating to cause number 2022 CCV-61163-3, Manuel Mata, and related matters, Texas Government Code 551.071. Item E, consult with the county attorney regarding legal matters related to 221 CV 00235 Margaret Mary Smith versus Nueces County, Texas Government Code 551.071. Item F, consult with the county attorney regarding legal matters relating to master file number D1 GN 16000370 regarding Volkswagen clean diesel litigation, Texas Government Code 551.071. Item G, consult with the county attorney regarding cease and desist letter related to Padre Bayou Park, provide status update, discuss legal issues and related matters, Texas Government Code 551.071. It is 11:37 and we are in executive session. It is 1:44 and we are coming back into open session from executive session. We have a few things we need to do before we go back to the regular agenda. On item B, discuss and consider taking action regarding settlement participation and release forms regarding settlement offers in the matter of Texas opioid multi-district litigation, County of Nueces versus Purdue Pharma. The first motion would be to accept the settlement with Allergen and to authorize the signing, and I guess we can do this all in one, authorize the signing and execution of the release documents. I'll make that motion.
Now, does that,
Oh, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong.
Can we combine those? We have a motion and a second to accept the settlement offer and authorize the signing and execution of the release documents and for the
Amount?
The amount?
The amount of the settlement offer?
I don't remember what it was.
This
is
not
the-
something that the auditor's office has to do. It's money that we're going to be getting.
Yes, it's money we're going to be receiving, and
Yes, so-
until they get it, yes.
Okay, so you'll forward that over whenever it's signed?
When it comes, yes.
It's going to be done through the state of Texas, and so we get a certain percentage of it.
Yes, and we have to report on it too.
Yes, it's coming over the course of 7 years.
Okay,
As we receive it, it will come through the auditor's office, and we have to accept it in another motion at another court. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. On item C, discuss, consider, and take action on settlement demand and negotiation in cause number 2022 CCV 61163-3, Manuel Mata. We are rejecting that offer and advise our council to continue to negotiate and authorize them and allow them to go to mediation, and if so, authorize the payment of a mediator for that mediation, would be the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion?
We would also ask that you authorize. We would also ask that you authorize the expediting of that check to the mediator.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And we would include that in my motion to expedite the check for the mediation. Yes, mediator for the, you accept that, John, right? For the second, yes. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Item D, discuss, consider, and take action in settlement of Margaret Mary Smith versus Nueces County Engage Matthew Hinojosa. Are you doing that one? There's a motion to authorize a settlement agreement with Gage Hinojosa and to approve the settlement release documents, authorize the issuance of this settlement check, and approve related matters to accomplish this settlement being and payment sent out expeditedly, yes.
And the amount.
And the amount of 33,000.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, this one I did have to do the amount. I'm just like,
And for the payment to be released by the county clerk upon completion? Yes, good?
yes, and the payment to be released by the county clerk upon completion. The county clerk gets the notice. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lorraine.
I have the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. And item E, discuss, consider, and take action on master file number D-1GN16000370, then regarding the Volkswagen clean diesel litigation. And we,
Motion to authorize substitution of counsel, signing a waivering of potential conflicts with Richard Midoff of Baker Woltering.
Is that a motion?
That was my motion.
yes,
Second.
Tell me what the motion was again, sorry.
Authorize substitution of counsel, signing of waiver of potential conflicts, appointing Richard
Baker
Mitov
Watering.
of Baker Woltering.
Is that all we need on that one?
Yeah, if that's,
We're fine with substituting. We have a motion and a second then. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Abstain.
Abstain. So the motion passes 3-1 abstain. Now, going back to our regular agenda items, I believe we stopped on Public Works, 3B1. Are y'all needing something else, or are we good with proceeding?
Where are we going?
3B1, Public Works.
Thank you.
And we're going to do, actually on our agenda, it looks like we're going to do two first. It was requested that we do two first. Receive an updated report on ABM remaining projects and percentage completion and related matters. I thought one Pimentel might be here for that, but I know Mr. Breslin, if you want to come up. We did include the email we received from Public Works in this for the completion. Oh,
There's
there's one, yes, So you're welcome to speak out,
Okay.
whatever you want to do to talk about
Yeah,
what
good
is.
afternoon.
Yes.
As far as the project status, the project contractually is complete to a point of partial acceptance that we will be working through with Public Works. The remaining items that are still in the process would be at Galahar. We're at the paving, which is approximately probably 90% complete. And depending on how the weather holds up for us, we're looking to have Galahar complete, the contract portion complete by Friday of next week. From there, we will be going into the rear parking area that was disturbed when the roofing project was being worked on. That has a 2-week duration. So parking at Galahar is one item that we are still following. Over at the jail, night security completed their portion of work to remove and reroute some wiring. So we're in the process right now. We have 3 fans that are being reconditioned, installation of the louvers, and painting the floor. So there are 3 items left at the jail area. That'll be probably within less than 2 weeks, that work will be complete. And then over at the fairgrounds, there was 2 last poles that were installed, so we have some miscellaneous paving where they routed the electric, along with up in the tower areas, there's some patchwork that needs to be painted. So of those items, I would list them as contractual items that are in the process to be complete here very shortly. The remaining items, we will be working with Public Works to gain partial acceptances for those items, such as boilers, lighting, water conservation work. So we'll be working through that part.
And Juan is here if you want to address very quickly, Juan, any of that. I know you sent a list and it has of the incomplete, I think all of you received this email with the highlighted yellow on there of the incomplete items, things here that you have partially and completed.
Yes, ma'am. We sent that.
And the
that list.
biggest thing, though, from what I can see, are the air handlers in the jail is the largest item left on this whole energy conservation deal.
To
Bundle.
start, yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. Does anyone have any questions on these? If there are no questions, then we can move on to item 2 and discuss and consider the approval. It's actually number 1 on your agenda, but we flipped them. Approval of change order number 5. And it is in your packet, and I believe Teresa is here. She has done extensive work with checking on the amounts that have been paid out and the jobs and the invoices and everything. Teresa, you might want to give an update before we go into that, and then we'll let Mr. Breslin talk.
Judge Commissioners, just an update on the balance that remains in the Bank of America escrow account agrees with the county's general ledger. That amount to be $5,086,562.21. The county's remaining balance is $32,513.77. The total for completion that has not been invoiced is $5,119,075.98. Year-to-date, the county has paid $9,611,971.95. Bank of America has paid $18,162,337.79. The total earned less retainage is $27,774,309.72. And that's just a recap.
Yes,
We-
you
we
verified all
agree
of these
with,
numbers and
yes.
everything, yes. So then on the change order, if Mr. Breslin will come back now, sorry to go back and forth, everybody, but
Okay.
it's like, I like to have the information in front of us before, yes.
So change order 5, which was submitted prior to discussions that took place yesterday, but change order 5 is the continuation of installing the air handler units. There's a total of 10 remaining. So with that, change order 5 includes a component which we list as temporary units. That was to security units. We have them stored in standby. We have them stored in a Conex box so that they are ready to be installed at any notice that the temperatures are getting close to being out of compliance or out of range.
And that was 225,000, and it went down because we talked to the sheriff and the jailers, and they allowed us to do these changes and everything, so.
Right, so that number, just to store them and not install them at this time, is listed in change order 5 is 108,000. And we have a unit cost throughout change order that is $11,700. So depending on how we move forward, if we need to install them in one room, that would be an add of the 11,700. If we don't need to add any rooms, then it would just be storing the units that we need to have on standby per jail standards with their agreement.
Then the time extension on there, can you explain that a little bit to us, please? The 282,000?
Yeah, let me just go, if I could, the second item down was the
Yes.
premium time. Just, so that is related to working to do second shift. So that cost is related to anything, that's probably self-explanatory on that part. The time extension is what it relates to its time. So that's time for site supervisors, management time, job trailer, any site cost that we have that is due to the project being extended from where it originally was planned. Originally, under change order number 4, we were going to be doing 3 units at one time. Change order 5 is listed as 2, with another discussion about doing it 1 at a time. So if you look at it in a way of, if you were to go in and do a project, let's say we were doing roofs or windows, and we were going to go in and do 8 buildings. Those 8 buildings have crew members along with materials. That's not the part that we're discussing in change order. It's the part of managing that project. If we were to go through, if we had 8 buildings, 2 buildings were placed on hold, we're still there with our full-time site supervisors and management team. We're going through, and if it was decided at the last minute that, okay, we're going to move forward with 2 buildings, that project was priced of doing a project in 8, say it was 8 months period, with doing all those projects with the efficiencies of the team. So having something on hold and placed back to get started, that's what this time extension is related to. All the full-time staff that's extending this until completion of the project.
And you did drop that amount as well after discussions with me.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was reduced down to the 282. And
We wish you would drop it even more, but.
And then general conditions, that is having our bond insurances, that work, which is being extended till the completion. So in front of you is change order 5, and what transpired from a phone call and emails yesterday. The discussion right now is that they're leaning to do 1 unit at a time, which is what with the sheriff and the captain. So this was based on doing 2 units. So there is some discussions about changing that if we're going to do 1 unit at a time, which I would call change order 5A per se. So that does have an uptick to it.
And I see we have someone from the jail here. Do you want to comment about that or anything? You have to come up to the microphone, sorry. I saw you come in, sorry, Chief.
I'm here for other purposes, but I'm not the person to ask.
Oh, I thought maybe they sent you when you
no.
came in at this moment, so I thought maybe you wanted to add something in on this, yeah. That's
Probably
okay then.
Captain Willoughby, probably.
Yeah,
most
I
likely.
figured it'd be, yes.
One thing I could suggest, Judge, so most things relate to time. You know, so if we were to extend it going one at a time, it's like looking at 2 more months to the project. So the units, you know, the temporary cost is gonna have an uptick, the premium time, everything will have an adjustment to it. If we were to go through with change order 5, which was focusing on 2 units at a time, if we move forward in that direction to see how things are going, I can come up with, which I have, is the updated number for 5A, or do we go forward to see how things are going, that if we could pick up some economies, things are going, and maybe through with the jail with the sheriff and the captain, they see how things are going, it may not be as involved with the escorting and moving in and out. Do we reevaluate it at that time, that if we can see that we can still get the project done in the time during, like, call it 5? I wouldn't need to come back to the county for additional costs, but it's just something to throw out if that's an option.
And what is your scheduled date to start on this now? I know we've kicked the can down the road quite a bit,
Yes.
but we're looking for a hard start date and moving forward.
To be proactive, the temporary units have already been ordered. We have them secured. They came the other day faster than what we expected, so they're stored in the Conex box. Starting yesterday, ProTech we have involved, they're breaking down the new units that'll be going up for install. So they're actually today, tomorrow, and Friday breaking. We have 3 units for 5-1, 5-2, and 5-3 location. We have Circle scheduled Friday. They're coming up to disconnect the smoke detection, or smoke detectors, which will start kicking in the fire watch that the jail staff will be monitoring. And then Tuesday, right after the holiday, we are going in to start Unit 5-1. So we have it all planned to continue moving as we're working this. One thing that came about today, Unit 7-3 has an issue that just happened. So I think, one, what we're probably going to do is continue with 5-1. That's how we've been scheduled. But what we're going to do then is switch right from 5-1 to 7-3 to get that unit up, which is limping along right now with something that just came up with, I think it was the coil.
It's a call this morning that came up on the issue, which just goes to show how urgently we need this project moving forward again.
Yes, ma'am.
If these temporary measures were such a large item on the discussions that I was on the call with too, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We have the 7-3 is leaking right now, so we need to get it fixed as quick as possible.
Okay.
So what our plan of attack is to keep things as to how we've had things measured with the breakout to continue starting for Tuesday. We'd like to move forward with 5-1 and then roll right into 7-3. But I think what we will do is we'll monitor the situation. Jerry and Juan will monitor the situation that if something was to happen, if we need to pull off 5-1 to get to there, we'll make that switch quickly if need be, if they can't continue with that for going in for the week to 2 weeks.
I assume once you start 5-1, you're shutting down another unit, so it's kind of, you're gonna have the same problem where you are if you leave that to go take care of the other job.
Yeah, it's a matter of if it's just a temporary fix.
Band-Aid or if it's a
If we need to
replace-
assist him with what his staff is working with.
Okay, okay. This total amount is for $550,000, and I know you're talking about possibly having to come back to a 5A change order. I can highly stress that the county has searched high and low for these kind of funds to come up with this. I certainly hope that we all work together simultaneously well, because I don't know that there's another pot of funds that we can scrounge around to find for another change order. We're at the end of this job. We need to finish it. This is one of the most critical components of this job, and it is a vital piece for our jail and jail standards and everything else. So let's please, and I do believe, Lisa, we have found the funds and the interest for the 550 moving forward if we vote as a court to do this change order today.
That is correct.
Yes.
There is interest earnings available in Fund 19, our capital projects funds, amongst all of the capital projects in the amount of $573,000. So it
And we're
just
gonna use
barely covers.
550 of it on this. So like I said,
Yeah.
I certainly hope that this proves fruitful and this isn't going to be more costly because I'm not sure that there would even be a vote on the next one, so.
I'd like to share, Judge, as you're aware, Juan has a weekly cadence call, which includes him and his staff along with the jail personnel. So we go through that, which I believe we're probably going to continue that cadence call as we continue to move forward. And I think, if we continue to work it as a team, let's see, rather than making the assumptions today of what it's going to be like, doing one at a time, let's see where we can go, and if everything is timed. So if we can keep this all wrapped up into the time period, then I wouldn't have to come back with that, but we'll keep you abreast of that. It won't stop us from continuing to start this week.
And you're working on schedules and your start date is what? I'm gonna come over and watch. I want
Called
somebody in
pre-work is taking place this week,
Yes.
and they will be Tuesday, right after the holiday, they will be starting 5-1.
Okay. Well, then I would make the motion to accept the change order number 5 with utilizing the interest on the capital projects.
Second.
Fund. I have the $550,000 with your start date, and we have a second on that. Is there any other discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much, then.
Thank you for your time.
And then, item number 3, discuss and consider authorizing Public Works to obtain cooperative bids for County Court at Law 5 new courtroom.
Yes, Judge, and Commissioners, Public Works is recommending for Public Works to obtain cooperative bids as a method of procurement for the County Court at Law number 5.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign.
Thank you,
Motion
Judge.
passes.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Commissioners. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Juan. 3, item C1, discuss and consider awarding and executing a contract with Texas Pack and Load Sales. And hello, Jason, how are you?
Judge, Commissioners, on February 8th, 2023, Texas Pack and Load ER Sales was conditionally selected for RFP 3212. This item is to award and execute a contract with Texas Pack and Load. This heavy equipment is for Public Works, and it has been reviewed by the county attorney for legal sufficiency. Public Works recommends approval.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. C2, discuss and consider approval for method of procurement IFP for Nueces County Courthouse 6th floor renovations.
Yes, so on March 22nd, Public Defender's Office requested and received approval from Commissioner's Court to create office space on the 6th floor. This item gives purchasing permission to publish an IFB to renovate that portion of the courthouse.
So moved, Judge.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Item C3, discuss and consider award and execution of agreement with Progressive Structures for the Hazel Bazemore splash pad.
Yes, so on April the 26th, 2023, Commissioners Court conditionally selected Progressive Structures for IFB 3231. This item is to award an agreement to Progressive Structures for the Hazel Bazemore Splash Pad project. Expense in the amount of $498,799.17 is to be paid with ARPA loss revenue. The County Attorney's Office and ARPA Administration check the contract for legal sufficiency.
So moved.
Public Works recommends approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. Item number 4, discuss and consider award and execution of agreement with Brizo Construction. Brizo?
Yep. So,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So on April 26, 2023, Commissioners Court conditionally selected Brizo Construction. This item is to award an agreement to Brizo Construction for the Hazel Baysmore Restroom Project. Expense in the amount of $557,090, okay, to be paid with ARPA lost revenue funds. This contract was reviewed by the county attorneys and ARPA administration for legal sufficiency. Public Works recommends approval.
So moved, Judge.
I second that. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Same sign. The motion passes. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. And I think I will skip down to F2 very quickly, just because of our attendance here. Discuss and consider ARPA-funded purchase of e-citation county law enforcement civil service management and reporting application from Tyler Technologies for Constable Precinct 2. Is Daryl here? Yes.
In the back.
I talked to you about this earlier. Do you want to say anything about it? I know it's been approved. It's,
Yes, it's been a very long process, and we've gotten through it. Everything has gone well with it, been reviewed by the county attorney a few times, as well as IT, and we've kept the costs in good control. In fact, it's coming in quite well. We've just got the funding has stayed the same that was allocated to it for ARPA funding for the buy-in amount.
and this amount is a lot larger this first year. The next years, you said, just for monitoring won't be quite this high. Did I
yes,
understand you correctly that yesterday?
Yes, the total of $150,483 is that's the buy-in amount. That's the first year amount for implementation. One thing about this that we worked out is that after we do this initial buy-in, it's going to be 18 months from there before we even start the annual payments, because it's going to, I had a very lengthy meeting with Tyler Technologies that had about 8 of them online, and it went pretty well, that they wouldn't charge us anything during the entire implementation phase, and 18 months out is a pretty long time, never seen that, and also got them from a 5% increase annually to a 3%, and
I think you talked about all of that before, so
yeah,
I think.
so, and they knew we were under ARPA constraints, so that helped control the cost as well. And this agreement also, per ARPA, has a 30-day convenience termination each year as well. So if
I'll
there are
make the
any
motion
problems-
to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Moving back, oh, dude, sorry.
There's another IT one, I mean, I can wait.
Oh, I'll go ahead and do you. F1, discuss and consider authorizing and approving a Texas DIR contract with Dell Technologies in the amount of $159,878, and that's just for your computers that this is on a.
Yes, this is the annual warranty refresh
Yes,
that we do. A couple of things here, they're a little different. One is that Dell now has their own DIR contract. Prices are coming in very well on this. And the thing about it with these warranties that we've been hit with every year, kind of pricey, but we need to do it. But anyway, we're actually getting caught up, and this time for next year, I'm working with Teresa on doing it's going to be in the budget process this time for approval, and it's going to be lower. It'll be, I think we're looking at about $50,000 lower than this, and so for next year,
Yeah,
yes, for
we
next
talked
year,
about
just a
that
little
the
over
other day.
100,000. And we'll be caught up, so annuals after that are gonna be even much lower than that. And
Okay.
we stay caught up, we won't ever see any prices like this anymore.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So moved, and a second. I think Matos made the motion, Hernandez seconded it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you. Moving back to D1, auditor, approved budget change order number 14 for fiscal year 2022, 2023.
Good afternoon, Court. I respectfully request the approval of budget change order number 14 that is brought for your approval today. We are reallocating capital outlay in the general fund to cover those warranty replacements of computers that you just approved, as well as the AED additional units. We ordered 36 additional AED units that were previously approved by Commissioners Court. There's also reallocation of funding from court administration that was allocated for the auxiliary court to the capital project funds in order to purchase that capital outlay that they needed to start up. Does anyone have any questions?
Make the motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you.
Judge,
On what?
Just
Sorry.
real quick, I just wanted to recognize former Commissioner Chuck Caslis, who's here today with us, and I'm sure he was bored and had nothing else to do. Just wanted
Not
to
really.
recognize him and say hello. Always happy to have you, sir. And he's got my favorite color on, Judge.
Item number 2, approve capital project budget change order number 121.
Capital project budget number 121 is being submitted for your approval. We are reallocating funds that were excess funding available after the expenses were paid and the project is completed, as well as previously unallocated resources and projects that have been completed. To the new projects that were created for the medical examiner's facility, as well as for the Diaz Park improvements that was approved earlier today. Does anyone have any questions?
Do I have a motion to approve change order number 121?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those, any other discussion? Sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. And I believe you wanted to table number 3?
Yes, please.
Yes, I make a motion to table number 3 as per Lisa's request. We have a second. All those in favor? Aye. The motion passes. Any opposed, same sign. Huh?
The date?
Table to next meeting, June the 7th, I assume. Yeah,
Yes, please.
because they're on the financial reports for monthly. Yes, sorry. June 7th. I have a gnat. Item E1, Human Resources. Discuss and consider approving an increase in salary supplement for 3 positions within the sheriff's office in the amount of $5,000 per year plus benefits. Funding will come from the Sheriff's Inmate Benefit Fund 1324. And I believe this has gone to the county attorney, and I know in the past, we have been, it's been approved by HR and the county attorney on the funding source for this. It is a legitimate use of those private funds that the sheriff has in his control. So, from the commissary funds, yes.
We did confirm that those positions are dealing directly with the
Commissary as
commissary
well.
funds.
And being in the middle of dealing with funds that we gave as a one-time thing that people have perceived differently, my concern on any of these supplements is exactly that. So
He is fully aware that this is on him, his commissary every year from hereafter with this increase.
well, we've had others that were fully aware of things too. Administrations change, people change, things get twisted up. So I want to make sure that this is clearly on the record that the only way these supplements get paid, and so, you know, because, and I'm going to do this for everyone. I'm not picking on anybody here because I'm going to do this for everyone from now on because I'm just so befuddled at some of the responses we've gotten on giving one-time supplements and two-time supplements and people forgetting those things. So I want to make sure it's clearly articulated in the minutes for everything that we do going forward, that this is not related to the general fund. We're not approving it related to the general fund. Not that we wouldn't in a budget or something like that, but that's not what this is. This is a supplement, of which I think it's great that the sheriff is doing this, because these people certainly deserve it. But this is not something that the general fund will ever be responsible for, nor any of the other grant money that we've given, ARPA money, any of those things. None of that has ever been intended to be anything other than a one-time gift or one-time thing, because that's the federal rules. So I want to make sure that we're clearly articulating this, and I'm going to do it on everything else that I can see coming forward on all these, because, you know, it just comes back to bite you when you try to do something nice, and it comes back to bite you. So I'm supportive of this, but what would make the motion to pass it with the minutes clearly reflecting this is not tied to the general fund, won't be tied to the general fund, and will always be tied to the sheriff's inmate benefit fund. So that would be my motion.
We have a motion. Do I have a second? I'll second it. Any other discussion?
We're running out of people.
I know. It's like everybody's gone. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. I didn't realize Commissioner Hernandez had walked out. Moving on to E2, discuss and consider approval to reclassify the 2 environmental officer positions from pay group 20 to pay group 23. Salary increase will be funded by deletion, that means removal of the senior clerk position, pay 13, which remains vacant.
Yes, Judge and Commissioners, Public Works is recommending reclassifying the 2 environmental enforcement officers. By proposing this, there'll be a $8,000 salary savings.
And
So
you're
there'll be a
not going to
savings.
come back and ask for this position. It is
No, ma'am.
deleting this position to come up with these
Yes,
funds.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
And I
ma'am,
think
we won't come back.
this, again, falls, this is different than the other one, but this is good. This falls within the policies of the court and the law in which we operate, which is if you're going to ask for something like this, then there has to be a permanent deletion, because when we're
Yes, sir.
doing this during a budget, the law says we can't adjust the budget. So what this is doing is permanently deleting a position and creating a cost savings for the county,
Yes, sir.
and getting these folks paid like they're not still paid enough, we get it,
Closer.
but getting that,
Yes,
and so I make the motion to definitely pass this.
We have a
And appreciate your
motion
efforts on
to
how you did it.
pass.
Thank you. Sorry.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to pass. Any other discussion? Yes, go ahead, Lisa.
Isn't there one of these positions that's funded through ARPA? So,
No, that position is
Yeah,
vacant, I
and
thought.
that position is vacant, and we'll be requesting not to fund it for next year's.
But that's not this position.
That's
No,
not
that's
this
not this
This
position,
is a
either one
permanent
of those.
position you're eliminating that's
Yes.
not ARPA funded.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, good question.
I asked that
It's a good
before,
question.
but it's a good
It's
question,
a good
Lisa,
question.
yes. Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Did we vote? I think we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We miss you with your dog, though. I mean, that's really,
E3, discuss and consider approval to purchase of a 25 employee license for LinkedIn Learning for 6 months at a cost of $2,644.75 to be paid out of 1280-5311 employee benefits for the current fiscal year.
So I was actually hoping Michael would be here, but I came just in case he wasn't. LinkedIn Learning is really an extensive library that can enhance the learning and development of our staff. And the request for this amount is in consideration of our implementation of Workday. In order for us to lock in pricing in October when the integration is completed, we need to go ahead and utilize these funds right now to gain 25 licenses. LinkedIn has an extensive library, as I've mentioned. It will enhance every department in the county. I fully support it. I've received myself over 15 different certificates from LinkedIn. This is one in strategic human resources. These are the type of certificates that employees can receive. Normally, a certificate like this could cost anywhere from $600 to $700. With the negotiations we conducted with LinkedIn, Lisa, you can affirm, really negotiated a really outstanding rate of about $25 per person with the integration. I fully supported. If you just think about that, I think that amounts to about $37,000, which I know we will be presenting in October. But I just want to help you understand the value of this program. Even if we pay $35,000 for 1,500 licenses, which is what the estimated cost will be, if we hired a learning and training specialist, the going rate for an employee of that class is about $70,000. So almost double the benefit that we're paying, and to hire a manager would be about $110,000. So there's a lot of value in this program, and I fully support it and ask for your acceptance of the request.
Just want to say I appreciate you all working on this. I mean, giving our employees, training that they may not want to pay out of pocket or could afford to, but also to show, I guess an added benefit package that they get with their employment here with us, right? There's only so much in pay groups and pay scale that we can offer benefits as far as insurance and time and leave, but this is another one. And so hopefully we'll see some benefits internally where people can use these to help maybe accelerate maybe advancement within our structure here. I hate to be in an organization where you train someone and lose them for a better opportunity, but hopefully, the word will get out that this is a well-trained organization, which I know it has been, but to be able to perfect your skills is something I think everyone tries to do and really should continue to do beyond whatever their education is. It's constant learning, continual learning, even as a professional. So thanks for bringing us.
Great
this item.
opportunity, yes.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Is that a motion then?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
Thank you.
And I think do we have any adjournments in memory? Oh, yes.
Yes, Judge.
Commissioner Modes, please, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. I want to share the passing of Amber Nicole Barrera Rosales, daughter of Corpus Christi City Councilman Roland Barrera. She had passed away last week, left behind 2 children, and our thoughts and prayers are with her parents, Roland Barrera, Councilman Barrera, and her mother, Kimberly Adams.
Absolutely.
Also like to recognize the passing of Catalina del Carmen Peña, who is the mother of our community of Carmen Peña over at Community Services. She passed away on May the 11th at the age of 92, and she has a really rich history of life, and I know her family misses her. The services were held last week with the rosary and burial last May the 16th and 17th, and our thoughts and prayers are with Garland and her family.
I've got one, Judge.
Yes, please go ahead.
This is Mia Isabel Herrera, age 16. She was a sophomore at Mary Carroll High School. Mia was the most lovable and happy and funniest sweet girl. Mia Isabel Herrera is preceded in death by her grandpa, Calendario Hinojosa and Rodolfo Herrera Sr. She is the niece of Esmeralda Herrera Taran, Executive Director of Antonio E. Garcia Arts and Education.
Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Tell
Bad
me.
habit. Do all over again? So, Mia is, she was a sophomore at Mary Carroll High School. Mia was the most lovable and happy and funniest sweet girl. Mia Isabel Herrera is preceded in death by her grandpa, Calendario and Hinojosa and Rodolfo Herrera Sr. She is the niece of Esmeralda Herrera Taran, Executive Director of Antonio E. Garcia Arts and Education Center. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other? Yes.
I have one, Judge. It is that I'd like to ask that court also be adjourned in memory of Miriam Atchley, age 89, that passed away on May 21st of 2023. She was born in December 1933 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to Frank and Adele Buckman. She was the oldest of 4 children and came to Texas in the mid-50s and met and married the love of her life, Burl Atchley, on October 3rd, 1958. Miriam was a homemaker her whole life. She loved to sew and crochet. She also loved to dance. She is preceded in death by her parents, her brother and 2 sisters, and her loving husband. Marion is survived by her 6 children, Valerie Christensen, Van and Vicki Atchley, Linda and William Nattell, Lori and David Zacher, Dale and Vicki Atchley, Darren and Allison Atchley, and she's also survived by 11 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren, excuse me. Visitation and funeral services for Dale's mother will be held on Saturday, May 27th at Memorial Gardens Funeral Home. Visitation will be from 12 to 2, and the service will be from 2 to 3.
Thank you, Lisa. Are there any other adjournments in memory? If not, I'll accept a motion to adjourn the meeting. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
On item 5A, did you guys table it or discuss it?
There was no action to take on it.
No
We
action,
didn't take
okay.
any action on it, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, go ahead, Connie. Oh. Do I have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion and a second. Thank you very much. And all those in favor say aye. Aye. Yeah, you go ahead and stay. Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.